2. Drop it, Eddie. Bravo. In the house for Joe Rogan's podcast birthday. Here we are, bitches. Millionaires. Smoking that green dope. Brian Redban.
What are you doing? You like scratching?
We're just scratching here, dog. You fucked it up, Joe Rogan.
I'm scratching using that.
Happy birthday, dog.
Thank you. That fucking
Happy
song.
birthday, Joey.
Thank you very much. I love that dude's voice. That dude's got some serious soul to his voice. I can listen to the beginning of that song 100 times in a row. I don't care how gay it sounds. Saying that. I don't care how gay it sounds.
Oops. There, me.
It's you, fella. You're blaming me. I love that fucking song. I know it's a stupid song. I don't care. You know what I mean? There's some songs where you're embarrassed that you love them. But I love that fucking song. I don't give a shit.
If you like Sublime, you would like that. That's like a Sublime type
I love
song.
the rap too. I love the dude rapping.
I never felt that vibe.
Especially when I saw him, I'm like, wow, what a weird looking dude. He's tattooed all the way up to his neck, real skinny, little happy, friendly guy.
Don't get me wrong, I would like to be a billionaire as well, but not feeling
The
it.
Fleshlight is sponsoring this My Birthday podcast and all other podcasts. If you haven't fucked one, you don't know what you're missing.
Joey, have you fucked one yet?
That was just true. It's been so long, it just turned into a straight commercial. It's like, let me get this fucking out of the way.
We still talk about
Make
it.
it short and
talk about
sweet.
it all the time.
Make it short and sweet.
It's like I'm a representative for the Fleshlight.
I like that line. Did you rehearse it?
No.
That was the first time.
You gotta drop it like
Sponsored I probably
by
said
the
it
folks
before, but I didn't rehearse it.
at the joint.
Yeah, we gotta actually make a commercial for it. Can you imagine that?
There was
Greetings. Are you lonely?
we were-
Are you sick and tired of whacking off by yourself, looking out the fucking window, waiting for Cinderella to come in? Look no more, cocksucker. The flashlight is here. Pick it up. You too could fuck one of these things in the ass, in the mouth. You could fuck it wherever the hell you want. You just close your eyes and you're there. Open up the flashlight. Show them what's inside. It's a clean, white little monkey, shaven. The asshole's clean. No hemorrhoids. That's how they do it over at the flashlight. You stick a dick in there, a finger, 2 fingers. You can practice whatever you want to do. Here we have happy customers. Redban, tell them about the flashlight.
Smells great.
Tremendous. After you wash it or before you fuck it?
No, after you fuck it.
I love it. Another word from Flashlight coming soon.
What? You just weirded everybody out again, you fuck. What dare you? He said smells great after you fuck it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Loads smell terrible when you leave them in your stomach. You know, you get like a little puddle in the summer and you leave a load in your belly button and then it smells like dead fish.
Oh,
like, what
no.
the fuck? Or if you ever like jerk off and you're so lazy you don't even bother cleaning off your balls and your balls smell like fish.
That's happened like 2 or 3 times, but my balls didn't smell like fish, though.
I'll tell you what I do.
It was dry and crusty.
It's
But it
a
didn't
matter of
stink.
how much moisture you're generating down there.
This is what I
My
do.
shit's like a jungle, son.
When I whack off, I got the turtleneck, so I hold the top of the turtleneck, and the cum comes in and it swells up like a fucking balloon, you know what I'm saying? And I walk to the toilet and just open up the turtleneck and it goes boop. It's like a chick spitting it in there, you know what I'm saying? So it pays to be uncircumcised, cocksucker. That's how I roll. You hold the tip when you're ready to cum, and the cum comes out, but it swells up like a balloon, and you just hold it and throw it at your teacher. Where the fuck you throw it at, you know what I'm saying? Science, bitches.
How funny is it that it's a common practice to cut your dick when you're born? That's the most common thing. That's
It looks
the most
prettier,
common
though,
move.
right?
What
Sorry,
are
Joey.
you
I
even
think
talking
it
about?
does. It looks
Look,
prettier.
I mean, what if pussies came all trimmed back? What if pussies came all trimmed back and exposed, and because of that they weren't as sensitive, and you know we just got used to the way they looked when they were trimmed back and exposed, so we got mad if girls had lips. Like, ew, what do you have pussy lips for? Those are gross. I can't even see the pussy. It's all covered in this fucking pussy lip. It's just a matter of perception. You just get used to it. There's nothing that's smart about cutting a kid's dick.
Did you get yours cut?
Fuck yeah.
Brian?
Nobody asked me. Nobody asked me.
Cut. Would you want it not cut right now?
Fuck yeah. I think that's supposed to be the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's
that's
dirty.
the natural
No,
way.
it's not dirty.
No, you clean your
can
dick.
smell my dick right now. It's fresh, like clean, like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but I
That's
heard
what I do
we're
half the
raised. I know we're probably brainwashed, but we're raised to believe that you got like someone that isn't circumcised has a dirty dick. We're raised
Right.
to believe
You're
that.
right. Yeah.
Well, I know it's not true.
It's not true?
I just have
Are you
to
sure?
be deprogrammed. That's all.
Yeah, it's
There's
not true.
more
There's a
crevices
process.
for mushrooms to hide in.
It's all
and-
self-cleaning, just like a woman's vagina.
You just got to
bro.
wash it more, right?
If I pee outside and I don't shake it because the cops are coming or some shit, then your dick's gonna smell. But that's everybody in this fucking room.
No, see, ours is built so it just has like a gutter. It just drips right off into your inner leg.
Oh, it's not a smart move. You can't argue chopping the foreskin off, dude. That's just crazy.
You do lose
What's the purpose
sensitivity,
of it?
though.
Yeah, you lose a lot of sensitivity. It's supposed to feel much better.
It's supposed to feel better.
I don't need
Fuck,
help.
I can barely take it now.
I don't need any more help
Yeah.
coming. That sucks.
It's not how
I need
coming,
less
it's just-
sensitivity.
It just would feel better.
Do you come? Do you come like that?
More sensitive
How
doesn't
does that-
necessarily mean you come quicker. It just means it feels better.
Have you ever used a
Yeah, but isn't that what makes you
a
come?
condom on a chick so that you can last longer?
No.
You've never done that?
No.
What about you, Brian?
I use a condom on my fleshlight.
So you can last longer?
Yeah.
We should, as a disclaimer, say right away, we are high as fuck. All right? So if some of this stuff seems silly, that's what's going down.
I didn't smoke a joint for 5 days. I watched the Anderson Silva fight. Stone, sober like a priest, bitches. You understand me? I held out to today because I wanted to look good for this thing, and I'm going to Buddy Guy tonight and BB motherfucking King.
Daddy.
So I got to save that shit because I'm getting fucked up tonight. You understand me?
That Anderson Silva fight was insane. What a fight.
My
That
heart
fight
was pounding the whole time.
There's no way there's anything in the world that gives you that much entertainment, that much drama. That there's nothing like that. There's no movie that can fuck with that fight forever. It's impossible to make a movie that's going to be as entertaining, that draws you in like that. So much emotion, so much anger, so much explosion, so much fucking struggle. You know, so much. It looks like all hope is lost. Anderson Silva slaps on the triangle. The fucking crowd goes crazy. Chael Sonnen kind of pretends not to tap and hangs in there. You're like, what the fuck is gonna happen here? And they break it up. They're like, wow, he fucking pulled it off. He pulled it off, man. He kept in there for 5 rounds of getting the fuck beat out of him, getting taken down, getting punched, getting beat up. Very little success on the feet. Hits him a little bit, but then he gets taken down every time. 4 fucking rounds, Chael Sonnen did that shit.
And he knocked him down.
And he knocked him down, and people were giving him 10-8 rounds. He got some 10-8 rounds. That's rare. It's rare you get a 10-8 round.
I used to argue with people at King of the Cage all the time. Where they were really, back in like 2000, 2001, they were seriously thinking about making a 30-second ground rule because the groundwork is boring and it's all about putting asses in seats. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The groundwork is boring. Are you kidding me? He goes, someone getting put in a triangle isn't as exciting as someone getting knocked out. I go, it all depends on the situation. Someone gets knocked out in a prelim, no one gives a fuck. But it gets knocked out in a championship fight, it's different. And I mean, it's all about the situation. That was Anderson Silva losing the fucking fight, losing every round, getting jacked. He's invincible. He's fucking everybody up. He was gonna crush Sonnen. Sonnen does everything right. Takes him down, stays away from submissions, beats him standing, knocked him down. Did everything right. Everything was perfect. And Anderson Silva, out of his ass, throws up a fucking triangle, and it sticks.
Joe Rogan put the kiss
so
of death on
exciting.
him because Joe Rogan goes, well, as soon as the 5th round started, he goes, is Chael Sonnen, how's he going to start to celebrate?
No, I said, is it too early for Chael
Too
Sonnen
early
to celebrate?
And I'm like,
I
this
said,
motherfucker just drew the kiss of death. But then you came
adds to
back.
the drama. I
And
said, you
said
can
something
never
about
count out
Anderson
Anderson
with
Silva.
like 3 minutes left.
You can never, as long as he's active,
there
as
we
long
go.
as he can
That's what you
move,
said,
anything
so-
can happen with that guy. He can knock you out in 1 second. He can get up. He can get up out of nowhere. You charge forward. You get fucking flying kneed in the head, a la Carlos Newton. Remember that fight? Carlos Newton was dominating him on the ground. He got back up to his feet. They restarted him because he couldn't do anything on his feet in pride, and he fucking leapt through the air and slammed Carlos Newton in the head with a flying knee and put him away. He's a beast, man.
He's a bad motherfucker.
Anderson Silva is a freak.
His skin didn't even break. He got hit 20,000 fucking times. The skin didn't even break. That's that
Incredible.
Lizard. That's that Brazilian lizard skin he's got. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that, but my grandmother went a different direction. You follow me?
Yeah, that guy's as tough as
And
they
while
come.
we're at
man.
it, I'm talking about tough guys because I've always liked him. I've heard pro and con, but I've always liked him because he came up to me and talked to me. It was very nice, and that's the farmer, you know, and I call him the farmer.
Matt Hughes.
I love him to death, but after last week, I just want to say something. He did the remake of Chinese Connection because he beat the whole fucking Gracie family, the students. All he needs to do is wait for the Russian to come over. You know what I'm saying? He beat everybody up. He's got to hang them now on the lamppost. Henzo, the uncle, fucking the other one,
Hoist.
the guy from Long
The
Island.
Hoist one was the worst one.
I mean, he's
The
got the whole
Hoist one
family
was
tree.
a crusher. He
Boys,
crushed
Henzo,
Hoist.
Ricardo.
So in other words, Eddie, you're off the hook.
Dude, how sweet was that move he hit him with? He hit him with that they call it the Schultz headlock, I guess.
Yeah, I tried
Josh
that.
Barnett.
I tried that last night.
Did you see?
Man, it's
Josh Barnett's instructional.
No.
He
no.
put a thing on the
I gotta
underground.
check it
If you
out.
go to mixedmartialarts.com, Josh Barnett is, he loves all that catch wrestling stuff. He's a huge catch wrestling fan. So anytime there's like a move like this, that's a Dave Schultz headlock. Dave Schultz and his brother Mark Schultz, these badass wrestlers, used to fuck people up. They used to get him with like Kimuras and shit and do a lot of illegal things. Like they'd hit a Kimura. There's a beautiful video. Have you ever seen a video of Schultz hitting that Kimura and flipping the guy over?
No.
It's pretty badass, but it's totally illegal in wrestling. I mean, he's basically yanking the guy's shoulder out of socket and throwing him over his head. But they would just do like submissions in a real wrestling match. Like they were famous for that shit. They would put guys to sleep with this headlock and then roll them over on their back, and the referee didn't even know the guy was unconscious. And then they figured out what they were doing. They stopped him from doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, these two brothers, they were so crazy.
Did they ever kill anybody? Like go too far or anything like that?
No, they didn't. But the crazy thing is, there's a I forget the guy's name. Is it Hines or Hunt or who was the guy that killed them? There was some guy who was this eccentric millionaire who used to pay wrestlers to come and work out with them. That's what he wanted to do. He was just a crazy guy, and he lost his fucking mind and shot him.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the whole thing's pretty crazy. But they were these,
crazy.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact guy's name. I don't remember the story, and I don't feel like Googling it right now. If you want to Google it,
Butthole.
look up Dave Schultz, murderer.
Dave Schultz butthole.
I mean, that was a great card from beginning to end. I didn't see the prelims, but I mean,
Mark Schultz fought in the
Guido.
UFC way back in the
sorry.
day. Remember he fought Gary Goodridge?
Yeah. Wasn't it his brother that died?
Yeah, his brother's the one
It
that
wasn't
got shot.
him, okay.
No, his brother got shot. Sad. They were monsters, monster wrestlers.
Wow, you played in the Olympics? Amateur wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it say
He won the
who
gold
murdered
in
him?
1984.
Yeah. Does it say who murdered him?
Uh,
It was some crazy dude who used to want to just wrestle dudes. He like hired these guys to come and wrestle him. I don't know if it was some gay stuff or what. I mean, look, there's guys who, maybe they won't.
Oh.
It's not like
John E. DuPont from the DuPont family?
DuPont. Yeah,
DuPont?
that was the guy who killed him. He's a billionaire character.
because he sniffed a bunch of paint. and just
I'm
fucking
not
snapped.
saying that the wrestlers are gay, but I'm saying if some guy who's a gay guy just wants to wrestle with you, just
How many-
likes
how
getting
many-
beat up, a la you.
How many rich gay dudes are there that fly people in to teach them some jujitsu privates at the house?
I think for a lot of gay dudes, it's the same game as for a lot of dudes. They're looking to turn somebody. They're looking to get somebody's wife to suck their dick. They're looking to get some dude who's not gay to let him fuck them. It's beautiful. It feels beautiful.
When
So
they're not gay?
Yeah.
When they turn
Yeah,
somebody?
they want to get some guys like.
Is that the
I don't think
ultimate?
I don't think I could ever be gay, dude.
Is that the
you could be
ultimate?
gay? Yeah, I think that's the ultimate. Mrs. Rogan has some gay friends, and they love straight guys. They have a thing for straight guys. They want to turn straight guys. And there was a guy that was working in one of the shows I used to work on, who was working behind the scenes, and he was a gay dude who would tell me how many straight guys would get drunk and let him suck their dick.
Wow.
He goes, you'd be fucking surprised, honey. You'd be fucking surprised.
Except-
how many of these straight guys?
That I met at a
That's
gay
a pretty
bar
good
that are
gay
acting
impersonation.
straight. That's what it is.
What is
that
it?
I met at a gay bar that were acting straight because they haven't come out of the closet yet. There's probably a
Maybe.
lot of guys that are straight, that hang out and that fuck these
Do
guys.
you think
but-
it's that, or do you think there are some straight guys who are just so silly that
No.
they might suck a dick once?
No, I don't think so. I think you're
You
gay.
don't
if
think
you
so?
just want to, if you want to suck a dick, you're
I think
gay,
there are
but not.
dudes who don't have any friends.
That's like your
I think
bisexual joke. There's no such thing as
dudes-
bisexuals,
it's-
dude.
I want you to talk here. I think there's dudes that are just really fucking dumb, and you can talk them into blowing you. I really do believe that. I think
Blowing
there's
you?
some
You think
guys.
you could talk a guy into sucking your dick?
There's some dumb dudes out there, dude. There's some
That's
real
hysterical.
dummies out there. There's some people out there that will basically do anything you want them to. You just have to talk enough to them. Eventually, they'll suck your dick.
That's hysterical. That's a good reality show, though. Like,
Get a guy to suck your dick?
No. Get the guy to think he's going to suck your dick and then tell him to fuck himself at the end of the night. Like, let the guy do the whole thing. Like, let him
Wow.
see
But
how
you'd have to
strong-
get close. You'd have to like be kissing.
No, let
stroking.
him see how strong his game is. See if your Jimmy's that deep. You know what I'm saying? Come get me. Take me out. Wine me and dime me, bitch.
And
Let's see
so
what the
then,
deal is.
then you get him home. So it's basically a blue balls gay show.
Fuck
Just
yeah. And at the
blue
end of the
balls
night,
guy.
the host comes out and says, so what do you think? You gonna let him suck your dick? Not tonight, Johnny. I'm going for the couch and the trip to the Bahamas. Fuck it. I'm taking second place. I'm like Chael Sonnen. I took the silver. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. You let him wine you, dine you, buy you a few CDs. Then at the end of the night, they pull you aside. What do you think? It ain't happening, dog. I just had the night off. What the fuck? You know
So
what I'm
the
saying?
real game would be that the gay guy doesn't realize
He don't know.
that if he can talk a straight guy into it,
He gets
$1
like a
million.
trip to Mars, a new asshole. They trim it. They give him a plaque. You know, I mean, they just give him the fucking world. A whole Wool Run trip of Santa Monica, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
And he don't know. Like, you got to say, bro, I got a stray friend that I think he's gay. I want you to take him out and just fuck him. Really? Oh, my God. His head, he'll grease his hair. He'll shave his balls, the whole thing. He's going there with the intention of fucking a virgin. We all get hot when we fuck the virgin. The first time you fucked a virgin, how happy were you on the way home?
I don't think I've ever fucked a virgin.
Even if it was a horrible experience.
I never got a virgin.
Come on.
I don't
The
think
only
I
time
ever
I got a virgin was when I got de-virginized, and that was a
That's
terrible
it?
story.
You got any virgins?
I have many in high school,
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
I'm the ugliest dude in the room, and I got like 10. I got a girl one time. I stuck my dick in a de-virginizer, and then I went to eat it. I didn't know. And I came up with like a little red fucking thing on my mouth. It was disgusting.
Could you imagine if you had to deal with the kind of shit that you had to deal with, the drama that you had to deal with when you were like 14 and 15? Could you imagine having to go back and do that today?
I would do it.
You fit right in.
You
You
can do
wouldn't
it
even
right
have to
now.
fucking change. You wouldn't even have to change your clothes.
I already do it.
You just slide right into it.
Bro, I dated this
You're
girl
Peter
that her
Pan.
parents hated Spicks.
Really?
Hated fucking Spicks.
And they get mad at you?
Oh, they would say it right in front of me, but the chick was so hot, I didn't give a fuck.
They
You
would
can hate
say
Spicks
it?
all you want.
They would say it? Like,
Oh,
what would they
on
say?
the way out the door, I would just knock on the door and they'd open the door and just walk away from me.
Oh, my
And then she'd
God.
come out and then she'd go, fuck you, mom, or whatever. Shut up, mom. But one night I'm in her porch fingering the shit out of her for like 10 minutes. And all of a sudden I turn around and the father was right there, bro.
Oh, my God!
He was like red in the face. I just took my hand out of those pair of jeans and I just fucking went. I never called her again. Nothing. I seen her like years later. Her brother hated me. He was a fireman, but they couldn't do dick to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
You ever get caught boning your girlfriends when you're a teenager and your parents come home or her parents come home and you have to jump in the closet naked? That ever
No, I
happened?
didn't have to jump in the closet naked, but I got busted.
I did.
Everybody
Jumped in the
knew.
closet naked. It was her house. Her dad showed up. Her dad showed up. I jumped in the closet. I'm naked. I was so fucking terrified. I didn't, the condom was just on and shit. And he stayed. He stayed for hours. I passed fucking out in the closet.
God.
I
Could
was
you imagine
asleep.
if you were snoring in the closet and that's how they caught you? And they open the closet and there you are naked with a condom on snoring.
The condom was like stuck to my leg.
This lazy motherfucker is in the closet and he can just go to sleep.
Yeah.
He feels so comfortable in the closet. He's
I went to
naked
sleep.
with a condom on and he got busted fucking my daughter and he's just sleeping.
Yeah,
you
dude.
would have
we were like
no faith
14,
that this would
bro.
be
This was young.
the man.
I was a child.
That would be that might be the worst way to meet your girlfriend's dad. If he wakes you up because you're snoring because you're naked in the closet with a condom on.
Oh.
You know what? I have a friend. I have a friend who just got arrested because he found his 15-year-old daughter and her boyfriend having sex in the garage, and he beat the fuck out of the guy.
Oh, you told me about that. Yeah, you told me
yeah.
about that.
I know a guy. He's a friend.
Hey man, it's kids are gonna do what kids are gonna do, man. You know.
Would you?
Be so
you
hypocritical.
think you could have sympathy on a guy like that, right? His daughter's getting banged.
The real problem with men and women is that a lot of kids grow up in an environment where their mother and their father don't get along, and they're volatile, and there's a lot of fighting and yelling, and so that's their model of what a relationship should be like. And if you grow up in a happy household and everybody's cool and everybody's like friendly with each other and that's what you associate like human behavior with, then that's the type of person you want with your daughter. That's the type of girl you want with your son. You don't want no crazy shit. But the problem is most people aren't like that. Most people are a fucking wreck. So the real problem with some kid coming over and wanting to finger bang your daughter isn't that your daughter shouldn't enjoy a good finger banging, is that this kid might be a fucking creep. That's what you have to worry about. What people have to worry about is how other people are raising their kids. You have to worry. There's a lot of people out there that are completely ignoring their kids.
So you think that guy, before he beat that kid up, he should have stopped him and said, what kind of home
If you
did
grow up
come
in a
from?
house full of abuse,
It's fucked up,
You
yeah.
don't want some kid growing up in a house full of abuse fingering your daughter's
That's
asshole.
a normal reaction, right?
Sure.
All of a sudden walk in on your daughter having
It's
sex?
not normal to beat
How old
him
is she,
up,
though?
man. It's not normal to
How
beat
old?
him up. If you look,
Maybe
if your
not
daughter
for you.
wanted to do it, if she wanted to do it and he wanted to do it, it is absolutely not right that you beat him
No,
up.
no, there's
No way.
no way.
You have to
That's
say,
a
hey,
kid.
listen, this is irresponsible. You guys could get pregnant. You have to be wearing protection. You shouldn't be doing this so young, But look, you can't do it like this, and you can't do it so stupid where you get caught in the garage. Is this consensual? Is everybody happy? That's the conversation you have to have. If the girl,
That's a
starts
hard one.
crying
That's
and
a hard
screaming,
one.
you say, look, this is this is an embarrassing thing. You fucked up. Learn from this fuck
You're
up.
absolutely correct.
You can't,
totally.
You
But what
can't
I'm
beat
saying-
the kid up because that's you, man.
And it's a kid too.
That's
You got to
you.
remember that's a kid.
Maybe the guy was
No,
big.
It
Maybe he
doesn't
was
matter.
giant.
So
it doesn't
what?
matter. His
You're not
brain's
allowed to
not.
beat him up.
His brain's not big.
He's just fucking. It's what you want to do all the time. It's what everybody wants to do.
Hey.
It's
Guys,
natural.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, guys. When it comes to daughters and wives, it's all fucking different. We're not in that room, so wipe the fucking slate right now. When it comes to daughters and wives, it's a whole different animal, gentlemen. So relax
with
with that
you.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with
daughters and wives, it's a whole different
Yeah,
animal.
I understand
Some guys
that,
run out of
but
the room. Some
he's
guys
not
look at
do-
a fucking shotgun.
But look, if the guy's hurting her, if he's hurting your daughter, that's one thing. But
What
if
you're
your daughter's
saying is
liking
right.
it, your daughter shouldn't be able to like sex.
No, but
That's ridiculous.
No, what you're saying is right.
What you're saying is
right.
right.
But when the animal instincts take over,
I'm talking
it's
about
like
true.
whatever.
The real
daughters
animal
and
instincts,
wives.
though, should be about disrespect.
Okay, check this
It
out.
should be about if
you were the
the dude
15-year-old
is
kid,
disrespectful.
think about this. If you were the 15-year-old kid and you got caught banging his daughter, and
Right.
he walked in, would you be terrified?
Yes.
Or yeah, of course. Why would you be
100%.
terrified?
Because
Not
of
the time,
movies,
right?
You'd be
because of
upset.
movies,
Yeah.
because of how you're grown
No,
up. But you don't
no,
really
no.
think that
For a
guy's going to
reason, right?
beat you
You're
up.
terrified.
No, because of natural instincts.
Yes.
It's his
It is.
natural
It's
instincts to
natural
beat
instinct.
the fuck out of you.
Right.
Yes.
You're
But-
born thinking that the whole time from when you're a
That
kid.
shit takes over
I don't
with
think
some
it's a
people.
thinking thing, bro. I think that's an animal thing. I think
It
that's
is.
a
That's what I'm
protect-
saying.
animal.
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
born thinking that.
That's why
What you're
men
saying
have
is
such a
right, but the
huge
animal
problem.
takes over sometimes.
Yeah, that's why men have such a huge problem with men, like grown men, having sex with like 14, 13, 12-year-olds, because those are like still like little kids, and when grown men want to fuck little girls like that is one of the most disturbing things, and one of the things that's least acceptable, least likely to be forgiven.
It's like
for.
you might be ruining my fucking daughter's life right here. That's
Yeah.
what that is. Like you just
Forever.
might fuck everything up.
Forever.
You're probably gonna get her pregnant. I'm gonna kill you. All the work I've done, and now you're fucking it up, and you don't even love her. You probably tricked her.
You
You
know,
probably
there's
lied to
different
her.
situations. You've been with her for 2 years, and the father walks in. He likes you. You're gonna have sex. I mean, after 6 months, you figure that they're having sex.
Yeah.
But in the garage, it's all different, guys, and that's why with daughters and wives, man. And I wouldn't beat the fuck out of the kid because I'd be a hypocrite. How many
Yeah.
people I fuck and eat behind the high school? I remember one time I even dug in the snow, thinking I was gonna fuck this chick in the snow. I dug a little hut behind the fire department in North Bergen. I'm a freak, Jack.
You're gonna fuck her in the snow.
In the fucking snow. But the night before, I was fingering her, eating a little monkey, and the next day I got like 12 feet of snow. That wasn't gonna stop Mad Flavor. When you're full of testosterone, you're 14. I called her.
That's
she
the
said,
thing about kids. They accelerate. they kick it to the next level.
Oh,
they finger in
I
one day,
went
the next day
back
they're
there in
fucking.
the daytime with a shoveled the little patch. We were partying the night before, and I thought I was actually gonna fuck her. I was even happier because I was gonna have my own sexual igloo. You know what I'm saying? You know how Papa rolls. I'm gonna have a sex igloo. I'm gonna roll how I do in Alaska, motherfucker. I swear to God. We're all. When testosterone takes over, but that's not the situation at hand. It's having a parent, and I wouldn't beat up a kid. I think I said, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you would definitely be very
Upset.
quick on the draw if he was disrespectful.
Yeah.
If he started being a dick to you, you might be a little hyper aggressive. Your natural instinct is going to be. It's hard to ignore. Your natural instinct is going to be to beat the fuck out of him.
When I was a kid, I dated a lot of young girls, and that was the only parent. They were German. Fucking German people. They were the only ones that were ever rude to me.
The only ones.
The only parents that were ever that rude to me.
Really?
Yeah, like the only.
Think about this. How would you react? Your daughter's dating some dude. You met him a couple times. He's totally disrespectful. He has no respect for you. You don't like this motherfucking dude. You don't want them to be together, and you hate this motherfucking kid. He's a dick. He's a douche. He thinks he's arrogant. And then 2 weeks later, you catch him banging. You walk in the garage, and he's banging your daughter.
You have a stern.
Right there, you might fuck him up, right?
No, you just have a stern talk with him. You have to realize
You gotta
this guy's a
choke him.
kid and go,
It's
look,
gonna
you're not
hurt him.
woke.
It's
You're
like
not.
you got to put him to sleep.
Well,
You got to stop this
no.
nonsense.
No, if your daughter
It's not
likes
going to
him.
leave marks.
Dude, I have never gotten.
doesn't hurt.
I
It
would
doesn't
never.
hurt.
No.
threaten harm against a kid. You're just in the jiu-jitsu rules, so you're used to choking people out. But you never fucking
And then
choke
by the
out a
time he
kid.
wakes up, she's dressed and gone.
If she's getting
underwear.
raped, yeah, but she's not getting raped. She's liking it.
Exactly. Did you not have sex when you were 15?
Girls like boys.
I was 13.
Man.
13?
Newsflash.
I was 13.
All right, so doesn't that in your head go, okay, I was a fucking punk.
Hey, listen, I didn't want to do it though. I got talked into it.
If you want the girl to be happy, you should want her to like boys. And want her to be around nice boys and have fun with your body, responsibly. That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be beating the fuck out of some kid that's banging your daughter. That's crazy.
Yeah, I could have easily been.
You just have to talk to him. You got to stern talk to him. Go, look, this is the last time you're allowed here. I don't care, what you guys do out of my house, but you can't be here if you hate him that bad. You have to do something. You don't just fucking start choking the guy out. Next thing that dude calls the police, and now you're in jail.
I think Joe probably would. I
They're
think Joe would put a guillotine on. Joe's got a really good guillotine. He'll put the fucker out in 3 seconds. Yell at his daughter for a little bit. By the time he wakes up, he'll be dressed. You drag him out, he'll wake up in the fucking front yard with his pants on backwards. That's what I think Joe's going to do.
Best case scenario is you find some kid who likes your daughter and you like him. And he's like a cool guy. And you become like friends with him. That's the best case scenario. Some dude who's dating your daughter who you actually like when he comes over. Like he's your friend now. He's dating your daughter, but you like this guy.
Yeah, you could fuck her. It's no big deal.
She's gonna want you to fuck her.
Just use a condom.
She's gonna want you to.
Can you imagine? Dude hooks it up. Tries to convince the daughter.
No.
Sets up the date. Pays for the hotel. Pays for the hotel.
This is the guy. I'm telling you. That's the easiest way to turn your daughter into a lesbian ever. Could you imagine? They would just go straight lesbo. That's what they would do. That's probably how lesbians are created when it's not natural. That's probably how you create them. You get the father to get you to try to fuck his friends. That's probably how you get
the formula.
That's the best way to have a woman completely distrust men for the rest of her life. Just get your daughter to fuck your friends.
Get your daughter to fuck your friends.
Right? She's just going to try to rebel. How's she going to rebel? She's going to go lesbo. That's the only move.
If you got a cool father-in-law, they're pretty fucking cool. I had a great father-in-law. He's the one that bailed me out of jail the first time. We were like shaky.
You have soft lips.
When I got in trouble, then all of a sudden he was there for me. And it was a weird relationship because he had boys, but he was kind of upset how his boys had turned out.
They turned into pussies, right?
They were. He wanted them to be very educated, and they didn't want to do that. So he was kind of upset with them in a way. He didn't understand, that.
I think you told me this.
So. Yeah. He was very upset with them, and they were successful roofers. They had a tremendous roofing company, 3 different states, but he just wasn't into that stuff. So it's kind of weird.
Always going to be weird when someone's fucking your baby. All my relationships in high school, when I was dating a girl, as soon as the parents knew we were boning, it was always creepy. You'd be around them like you're stealing food from them. It's like it just feels weird.
I had my parents walk in, my dad walk in, and my stepmom walk in while I was having sex when I was like 17. And the stepmom got pissed, but the dad was like, "Man, that's pretty cool,"
Yeah, my mom used to like fucking try to set ground rules and shit. Like she couldn't come over my house and be in my bedroom with the door closed. I'm like, all right, mom, just get the fuck out of here, all right?
This other girl I dated, her parents let me spend the night when I was 16, sleep in bed. They would wake up the next morning and go, "Time to wake up, school bus," or whatever, time to wake up to go to school. And I just remember looking up and seeing her dad. And I never thought it was crazy. And my parents knew I would stay the night. But now I look back at it, I'm like, that's fucking weird.
The only time that happened to me, I was 21 and she was 17. It was my girlfriend for about 3 years. She was 17.
Shouldn't be admitting to that.
Yeah, I know. Wait, you mean 18, right?
No, but we didn't have sex at 17 when she was 17. When she turned 18, that's when the sex started. It was just like a month later.
Is that under like Clinton definitions of
Yeah,
sex?
is that you were just pen pals before?
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about. I'm 21. She's 17. That didn't even.
Totally
it didn't
illegal.
even enter my mind at all. And her parents were totally cool with it. Their parents let me spend the night. They were totally cool.
Unless you're in Iowa, where you're now allowed to be 16 to be a stripper, but the only law is you have to come home before 11 p.m.
How far is that?
That's incredible. What state?
Iowa, and I think also Rhode Island. Is that what I said last time?
I think you said Rhode
Yeah,
Island.
You could strip
Rhode
in
Island.
high school.
God
as long as you strip from the 2 to 10, 15 shift.
It's the you gotta let a hoe be a hoe law.
Who pushed that law through. Someone fucking
They don't, a
wrote
pervert
it up.
senator. That's a
You know what
senator
I mean?
that like 16-year-olds.
I want to see the
shit.
process of that,
He's
like
a fan
a
of the
reality
Ghetto
show
Boys.
on the birth of that fucking.
That's
bill.
got to be a
Like,
fucking
how
for
the
some people.
fuck
Like I
did that
can't
happen?
give you a rap dance.
It's
I gotta
Willie
do
D
homework.
from the Ghetto Boys. He pushed it through the Senate.
Ghetto boys.
You gotta let a hoe be a hoe.
Hey, I never found out.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that shit?
The one cover where his eyeballs falling out, was that real or fake?
Yeah,
It
he
was
got
real.
shot in the
That
eye.
was a real.
He shot himself.
I heard it was real, but I don't know if that was fake
Yeah,
real.
dude, that guy was
real
off
shit.
the deep end crazy. There'd never been a guy like Bushwick Bill.
That was crazy picture, man.
Somebody
a
told-
midget star rapper with one eye who shot himself, who was fucked up on all kinds of drugs, and still was a giant star.
Wow.
What kind of pussy do you think that guy got? He must have got
Dude,
mad pussy.
Bushwick Bill is probably the Michael Jordan of black midgets. You
Dude,
know what I mean? He's
no
like
one's
the
even
most
come
famous.
close. Yeah.
The only other guy is Vern Troyer. That guy, I'm sure midgets around the world have posters of Vern Troyer and fucking the street midgets. For sure, Bushwick Bill is the number one dude in their soul. That's their Bruce Lee.
Hey, dude,
you know what I mean?
Fine, Fuck a War.
Wait.
By the Ghetto Boys.
No, this is the best Ghetto Boys song.
Hold on, no. Fuck a War. Find that, please.
All right.
Find Fuck a War. But this is, it shows you. Bushwick Bill could fucking flow, too, though. You know, he had a weird way of talking. You know, he had a, you know, but the Ghetto Boys were
he was
fucking
Jamaican,
good.
right?
He was fucking talented.
really good, yeah.
I don't know what he was, man. But he was talented.
He rose
They were
above
fun, man.
midgetry. You know what I mean?
Totally.
He fucking transcended
Totally
all that
transcended
shit.
it.
He got hoes. Everybody respected him as a rapper. He was a fucking rock star midget.
This is a great song.
What is this shit?
Listen. No shit talking president. That's a good fucking
Dude.
song.
Let me play one.
That's a good
Dude,
rap
that's
song.
crazy. Yeah, that's a great song. Fortunately for him, he doesn't have to be all that fucking mad. They'll never draft a midget. You know what I mean? Like he was all pissed off, like they were gonna pick him.
Like he was gonna be on the front line leading the
Like, come
charge.
on. Like you really felt that angry?
I like that
He
fucking
was safe
song.
as fuck.
This is my favorite song.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. A real
Yeah, but that's Scarface. That whole song was Bushwick Bill. This is Scarface.
This is Ghetto Boys, right?
That's Scarface. Scarface is the other singer in the Ghetto Boys.
There's like three of them.
It's a different guy.
Oh, a different guy singing, yeah. But that was my favorite Ghetto Boys song.
Yeah, it's a different Ghetto Boy though.
You
Bushwick
digress.
Bill's his best song is Fuck a War. That's his best one, man. That's the best one. That's all Bushwick, all flow. That's a good fucking song.
Yeah, man.
And it's fucking right. You know?
And then there's that little wee man.
Yeah.
He's a
yeah,
famous midget. That's
he
the
jumped
modern
off
day
with
jackass, skater midget.
And then there's that dude, the comedian.
That
What is
little
his name?
kiss.
What is the dude's name? The
That
comedian?
little kiss.
Vince Stili's friends. What is his name?
I'm on the spot right now, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know his name?
No,
Brad?
I don't.
Brad.
He's a midget.
Yeah.
Was
He's
Gary
supposed to be
Coleman
funny.
considered a midget?
Is he funny? Is people say
Yeah.
he's funny?
Funny, and he's a nice kid. He's a nice kid. He's really nice.
Gary Coleman wasn't considered a midget, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
Sure.
but his head was small. He was different. He was like a little person. You know what I'm talking
dwarf?
about? Gary Coleman, he wasn't
So,
like a real midget with a big
Some
head.
are dwarfs, some are midgets.
You know, it would be awesome if they
you're
remade
right. He was
like
the
a little
story
person.
of Gary Coleman, but they used Webster to play Gary Coleman.
That guy,
Or
man.
Bushwick Bill.
That photo of him in bed dying and his wife taking a picture, she's right next to him taking a photo. That is one of the creepiest photos I've ever seen in my life.
Which photo? Can I see it?
There's a woman, I think I saved it. Let me see if I saved it here. Hopefully I did. But it's Gary Coleman, and he's on his deathbed. You see if you can find it, Brian? All right, here, I'm going to look for it on Google. You guys can talk.
Joey.
What's the story, dog? Did you teach today? Oh, no, you teach tonight.
Teach tonight. Yep.
What's the curriculum this week?
What the fuck are we doing?
What's that?
What the fuck are we doing? We're doing the ham sandwich.
Okay.
Awesome half guard technique. And we're also doing old school from quarter guard.
Okay.
And
Here it is, right here.
north-south choke.
Look at this. She took a picture of herself. It's all watermarked all over it. You can find it if you just Google Gary Coleman death photo. It's him all fucked up, lying in bed, and she's taking a picture just like totally coldly, just into the. I mean, you just that's what I'm getting from her. She just wants to get a photo of herself next to this freak, next to this.
Maybe that's his wife.
Famous thing. It is his wife. It is his wife. She's fucking selling photos of her next to the dead body. Or dying body.
Whoa. He looks like a baby.
Yeah, it's sad.
He is a
man.
baby.
Damn, he got a big white girl. God damn. So that was his wife for sure.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He divorced her, but she still had some power to see him, I guess. I don't know. Poor fuck. I don't know what he did in a past life. If you believe in that, he did some shit.
Well, I heard he was like an asshole, too. I heard he was just
It's probably so hard to not be when you're 3 feet tall and everybody's fucking with you everywhere you go.
yeah.
You know, going dynamite, and he's like, "That's not my thing." Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. What you talking about, Willis? That must happen.
Oh, you're
all
not the
time.
guy from Good Times? No, that's not me.
I love good
I
times.
love Good Times. I so thought that was you. I seen her in an audition, Winona.
Yeah.
Diaz. She don't look that good no more.
No, it's
She
over.
used to look good. Nah, she's older. She got to be like 80, 60, 70 or something. She used to be hot on the show.
I was reading something about. You remember that band Live?
Yes.
Remember Live? There was an article that I was reading about how they broke up, and about how the singer wanted all the money. He wanted them to sign off all the rights to the songs and everything to him. I don't know who was right or who was wrong. But I was looking at that, and I was like, how fucking hard is it to make it in the music business? Is that the hardest thing in all of show business? I think it is, right? Do you think that's the hardest thing?
It's the hardest thing because, yeah, I guess maybe. I mean, acting is kind of hard too, you know.
Sometimes it's
See,
not
it
hard.
just depends on how good you are. If
Sometimes you
you
just
got
get
good
lucky.
product, if you have persistence and you keep pushing, if you have this, but some people will never get the good product, you know.
Yeah, I think you
Some
just
people
have to
are born
have
comedians,
real
some people
talent.
are born songwriters.
Look at Mike Posner. He started off, doing like iTunes or GarageBand shit and giving a CD away, and now he's got one of the number one CDs out right now. You know? And that
I
came
have
out.
no idea who that is.
He's the one that's
What's his
singing.
name?
Mike Posner.
Is he good?
I like him.
Uh-oh.
You want to hear? Once you hear the song, you'll see. You know what I'm.
Joey Diaz is going to stab you with a pen. I'm going to stab you with a pen, cocksucker. You think this is good music?
All right.
This is two half of fags with a banjo.
It's very tough. And, you see these bands, they break up after 2 fucking albums.
But it was like, yeah,
You know?
them getting along with each other. It's
Yeah.
like, it's impossible. Whoa. Brian, that's super loud.
Design Designer shades just to hide. Designer shades just to hide.
What is this?
Mike Posner. He's the one that he was going to college up to like 3 months ago. Now he has like the #1 CD. He was just found online pretty much.
Really?
Dude,
This is the #1 album.
it just came out yesterday.
The aliens are landing, cocksucker.
Fucking garbage. The fucking world is coming to an end.
You've heard this, right?
I don't want to judge this song harshly, because maybe I would like it under other
I've heard it before.
circumstances.
I've heard
I've heard it before, yeah, but it's...
I didn't. Is it the guy with the big hoop earrings? That dude?
I don't think so. No.
Here's the thing about songs, man. If someone tells you this is the best song ever and you never heard of it, and then they play it, if it doesn't grab you in like 15 seconds.
Well, this is like. Remember
Okay,
this?
I've heard that. Yeah.
We used to use it on the Death Squad a couple years ago.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it's a couple years old?
Yeah, this song has been redone like just for this new album that came out because some rapper found him and they made him redo all his songs. And so there's like old school versions he used to do like on GarageBand in his dorm room of this song, and now this song is like one of the #1 songs. It's crazy. Like it's really interesting. Like his story is really interesting.
And he just got discovered on MySpace?
I think just off his website and word of mouth, and he used to throw free songs up on torrents and on his website and CDs, and he just became big. It's crazy.
I can get into that.
That's a good story. I like that story. There's a band called Ill, I-L-L, and the song's called Chasing Shadows.
Chasing.
Listen to this for 20 seconds.
What's it called?
Chasing Shadows by Ill. I got super crazy baked on the vaporizer yesterday with a buddy of mine, and he goes, check out this song. And it's just, I don't know, you're either going to love it or hate it, but it fucking blew me away. It's like music you've never heard before, like super...
Coming out of the closet radio, it's 426. The band is ill.
Talking monkey.
Chasing Shadows. Is this it?
Yeah.
Is it Chasing Shadows?
Yeah. I already want to put mascara
You
on.
must have been really high, son.
Hold on.
I feel like I should go put on my elf costume. Maybe I should dress up like a wizard.
Wait till the beat shows up. There's no vocals or nothing. It's just all instrumental. It's just
Really?
Yeah. It's just all a dude just freestyling on electronic shit, and he's like playing all these different gadgets. And
I like that.
It's called dubstep. Supposedly like huge in clubs.
I love listening to music with no lyrics for writing.
It's just chaos.
This is like when Mars attacks.
Yes, exactly.
This is like the background of a bank robbery scene.
Yes, in a Guy Ritchie movie.
Totally.
In a Guy Ritchie movie. All right, let's kill this.
I want you to go to one now.
I can respect no
The
music.
last time
songs
I
like
was
that.
here,
It's like
we
19.
dropped the
Go back to
classic
listen to it
video on
again.
you. What
Trust
was
me.
it?
It blew my fucking
we
head.
dropped the classic video on these fucking people last time I was here. I saw you walking in the rain.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop another one, but this is my present to Joe Rogan because I know he likes this dude. But you got to put it on your computer.
Okay, what do you want?
You're going to just see the first minute of his performance, and I'm going to show
Well, I
you what
can't watch it on my
Okay.
computer because
turn
then
it on
we'll
for my
hear it.
brother
What do you
here,
want?
we'll turn it around. 'Cause
What do you-
no, it's nothing to hear. It's nothing to hear. You got to see this. You got to fucking feel this.
What is it?
It's James Brown live in Zaire, 1974, doing the big payback. Just the first minute.
1974.
Zaire, yeah. Just the first minute. He was there for the Muhammad Ali fight. This was the concert for Muhammad Ali when he knocked out George Foreman or whatever the fuck it was. I want you to see the first minute of this. This is just for you, dog. You're gonna fucking die.
I'm gonna die.
You're gonna fucking die.
Gonna fucking die.
He's 50.
Why-
He's not 20. He's not 10 with fucking organs or giving away. He's 50, gentlemen.
This man will make
Let
your
me see this.
liver
Hold
quiver.
on.
This
Just look at the
man
intro
will
for
make
starters.
Your bladder splatter.
Wow.
This man will freeze your knees. If you will, let's all welcome the world's godfather of soul, soul brother #1, James Brown.
God
Oh,
damn.
he comes out now with a UFC posse. Look at the getup.
Oh my God, he's a genie.
No, right here, so here we go.
Holy shit! God damn!
God damn!
You are let me touch, damn it. You wanna fight.
God damn!
Baby, think you got to see. If I would do anything to me.
He's got a flowing robe on for those who are not seeing this, and it's open chest down to his navel.
Don't do it no damn sweet.
This is fucking a classic slice of time, man. This is a classic moment, a captured moment of a crazy time, man.
And it's in Zaire, people, not.
And there's no internet. There's no TMZ. No CNN. And he's got a fucking thing on his belt that says GFOS, Godfather of Soul.
Oh, shit! Deep!
Look at him. Look at that fucking hair.
His singing style is fucking amazing.
Amazing.
Did you see that?
Look at that.
Did you see that?
Did you see him drop that split and catch that mic on his shoulder and jump up with it? Didn't miss a fucking beat. He's a master with that thing. Oh. James Brown must have fucked everyone.
That's it.
He must have fucked them all.
When I seen that, I thought of you. That's the hardest working man in show
God
business.
damn.
That was,
impressive as fuck.
and you look at that and you go, holy shit, how many people?
Who's doing that
split
today,
from
huh? Nobody. Nobody can fuck with that.
Not
God
even. That's
damn.
performance. That's your heart. That's what it's all about, though.
Yeah. Suck it, R. Kelly. Suck
Well,
it.
he's bad to the bone in a different way. That motherfucker's bad. You got to give him props too.
Are you kidding? I love R. Kelly.
You know, he didn't learn
My
how to
favorite
face on
black
young girls
comedian.
from himself. He learned that from James Brown, probably.
Nobody makes me laugh more than R. Kelly. I've watched every video that he's ever made. I have the whole series, The Trapped in the Closet, on DVD.
Oh,
I got it on DVD.
You're the real.
He made it put out a DVD of it. It's so crazy. It's like a window into madness, you know? You
Oh,
get to-
dude, there's a new song by Soulja Boy.
Did you turn
Shut
off your mic?
bro. This right here. This is the switch.
Check. There we go.
See that
Rock
switch?
star shut off his mic.
Hey,
Eddie,
there's this
yeah.
new song that people are saying it's even worse than R. Kelly. It's been so bad. It's a brand new song by Soulja Boy called Pretty Boy Soldier. It's fucking. The video looks like it cost $700, and the
did.
song and the lyrics are fucking hysterical.
Really?
It's just super bad. I don't know if it's as bad as R. Kelly. R. Kelly probably crushes it. I don't think there could be a worse song than R. Kelly.
The thing about R. Kelly is it's not just bad. It's there's so much drama going on. And bitches always be accusing me of shit I ain't doing. And he's singing about it. Bitch, I wish you would burn my motherfucking clothes.
Do you know what'd be cool? Is you
Can't beat that
covering
guy.
it. Like you do it, you covering it like they do on YouTube. There's all these people that got the whole thing down. There's kids that got it down.
I should learn it.
Have you seen these YouTube videos?
Yeah, well, I've seen him for other songs.
But
But
that one's the most amazing one. It has no rhyme or reason. You know, to be able to memorize that song is a feat. That's like,
Oh, this is Pretty Boy Swag.
yeah. Have you heard
Yeah.
this? You ever heard?
I
Bad,
really
right?
like it.
No, it's terrible. It's one of the worst songs ever.
But you know what? There's so many dumb people out there, and they need stuff too. They need stuff that appeals to them. There's people that you play them a good song that's complicated and deep. You play them Whole Lot of Love, and they're not going to get it. They're not going to get the song. But they'll listen to that, and they're like, hey, God, it's my favorite. They need entertainment too. I like that guy, though, that Soulja Boy guy.
I like him, but everything sounds
all
so
he's- but
bad
he's-
now.
You know what, man? He's just having fun. I like that he's having fun. I like watching his Ustream videos. He makes Ustream videos, and he parties all the time. It's fucking like this kid's having a blast, man. He's driving around laughing and joking and talking about all the chicks he's banging. I mean, he's wearing giant diamonds and shit. I think he's having a good time. I love it. I like watching his Ustream show.
I don't like it.
I like that other song he had, too. What was the first song? Superman?
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
That was a cool song.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah.
People loved that motherfucking song.
Yeah. And he's young too. He's like 20 years old or something like that. How do you expect him to act? This is perfect. I like what he's doing. I think he's doing a great job. He's keeping it friendly, making
The
millions.
video is very entertaining, even though it looks
Yeah.
low budget. It's very entertaining to watch them dance around.
He's very smart. He did that thing where he got that a Say Now number. Oh, I have a Say Now number too. But he did this thing where he got a Say Now number, and with his Say Now number, he put it on a song so everybody can call him. My Say Now number is 818-237-4245.
My favorite is listening to your messages. Hey, Joe, this is Ted. I don't really have anything to say, but yeah, keep it on. What do you think about UFC 12? Right, thanks.
Yeah, it's strange, right? They're strange. But it's cool because I did it. I've used it a couple times. It's like a little conference call. Like I used it going from the airport to the hotel. I just call it. I set it up, and then it goes live. It tweets that I'm going live, and then people wait in line to talk. And you can talk to you have your own radio station. Like you're taking callers. Like, what's up, man?
And anybody could listen to those
they're
calls?
all listening. Everyone's listening. Yeah, anyone can listen to the calls. And all the people that are waiting to talk to you, like there's 100 people waiting, they're all listening. So it's like a radio station. It's like a 100-person radio station. Like I was like giving people advice and talking to people about life and joking about fights coming up and joking about all kinds of different shit. It's pretty badass.
Is it growing? Is that like a new thing?
Yeah. Well, that Soldier Boy dude, this is where I brought it up. He get 2.2 million friends on Say Now. 2.2 million people following
God
him. That he
damn.
can contact anytime he wants. He can send them all voicemail. That's what the Say Now thing does. It alerts you when you get a voicemail. So I'll put up a voicemail. I'll leave a message for everybody. Like, headed to the fights. Can't wait. It's going to be fucking crazy. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to that fight. And then I send it. See you bitches later. And then everybody gets a notification. And then they can go listen to it. You got contacts. It's even more direct than Twitter. Pretty crazy shit, man. Because people might miss your shit in Twitter. Like, how many people do you follow? Do you follow a lot of people?
I don't know.
I follow like 600 people, I think. Something silly like that. Yeah, 676. But just anytime someone says something remotely interesting, I'll click follow. And I probably shouldn't have said that because now people are going to be asking me to follow them. But when you do that, you get this endless stream on your homepage. You can't even keep up with it. There's like so many new tweets. It's like it's constant. You're always getting. You might lose like cool shit that people say, but if someone sends you one of these, like you get it. Like, a lot of people follow a lot of people, right? You guys don't follow a lot of people?
I do.
How many do you follow?
I don't remember, but I follow a lot, like 748. But I also delete. I delete a lot.
You get annoyed with people.
Yeah, it's super fast.
They tweet too much.
They tweet too much.
Did you delete Kevin Smith?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my!
I added him back on recently though because
man.
he doesn't do it as much. Or no, there's this new thing where you choose if you want the @ replies or not on each profile. Have you seen that?
No.
On Twitter, if you use Twitter on the website, now if you go to their profile, there's this little logo you can click on and say show @ replies or turn it on or off. So his problem was he was replying to all these fucking people and it was just clogging up my Twitter. But now I have this little button I push and I don't get any of it. So.
Wow, I don't mind it. I don't mind when people spam. Let them talk. They got shit
Who
to
do you
say.
like? Whose tweets do you enjoy?
I love Kevin Smith. That's why one of the reasons why I brought it up because he
That's cool
he
shit.
cut him loose. Yeah, and I like how he talks to people. He like Anthony Cumia from Opie and Anthony didn't like it. He's like he's always fucking replying to everybody. Like he tweets too much. But I was like, I don't care. Like, that doesn't bother me. I can look over that. People are so impatient. Can't look over 6-7 lines of text and just scroll down that annoys you that much. Sometimes people.
Well, no, because it's clogs. His problem is he would clog. It would be the whole page,
Yeah.
and then you have to go to the second page, and then it's like
is it that hard to do?
it's annoying.
I know.
Why
sometimes.
do I want to? I mean, he's using it like he's spam. Like if that was your email, you would be like, why is this guy spamming?
Well, he only does it every now and then for like a few minutes.
He does it a lot.
Does he do it too much?
Yeah, he does it a lot.
Slow down, Kevin.
Brian's
Slow
upset.
down.
Brian's
I'm
upset
just saying
with
I
Kevin
agree,
Smith.
but now it doesn't bother me because you could turn it off. So now I follow him. So that was just my only thing.
So
with
you don't
spam.
get none of his retweets.
No,
just his
none of
tweets.
his
I want to see all the interaction though. Don't you want to see the interaction?
No,
That's
I'll just
part
go
of
to
the
his
fun.
page. Yeah, but I'll go to his page or something. If I
Oh,
wanted to see
okay.
that.
Part of the fun for me though is watching people interact with people. It's like there's a voyeuristic thing to it all. I like watching like porn stars talk to each other and celebrities talk to each other. I like watching all that shit. I like everything. I'm watching just regular normal weirdos talk about different things. I watch people getting douchey with each other. It's fascinating. It's like a little community. Man, this fucking podcast lost energy. Feel that shit?
It's hard doing 2 days in a row.
Oh, it's not. It's not that hard.
It's like anything I want to
No,
talk
it's
about, I've
easy.
already talked about.
I did the Tom Likas
I'm just
podcast
fucking
last
around.
night.
Oh, he's doing a podcast now?
It wasn't him. It was two of his guys, Dino and Gary. They called
Oh,
me
okay.
Blue, and I talked to him for a little while. It was kind of fun. I'll see him tonight.
Tom Likas is done, huh?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't know what.
He was always good to us. Guy always hooked us up. Always whenever we needed to promote gigs, always had us on. Always a nice guy.
They
Always
canceled
a
the
gentleman.
show?
Well, this whole radio station switched formats. They went, I don't know what they went with. Some hits, top hits, shit. You know, that whole talk radio thing that didn't work
Died,
out.
huh?
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Damn, it was around for like 15 years, 20 years solid, right?
It should have worked out. It's the most entertaining thing to listen to on the radio, but people got tired of listening to the radio. And that satellite radio came along, and so much freedom. It's so
Commercials
wild.
kill.
You can't fuck with Opie and Anthony, dude. They have the best comics in the fucking country. They go on all the time, and those guys go off. You're not going to be able to keep up with that. Some regular morning zoo radio station that's wacky. If you want to listen to something funny in the morning, and you have the option of Opie and Anthony or some morning fucking nonsense zoo that's all censored, you're not going to listen to them.
Dude, I use podcasts now. I don't even need satellite radio because all podcasts are Audible. You can download Opie and Anthony every day on Audible. So
Well, dude, yeah, a lot of people get this off of Audible. They get this off of a bunch of different things. You can put it on your iPhone, put it on your iPod, put it in your car, listen to it on the way to work. That's what a lot of people are doing now. Yeah. I mean, that's the reason why this podcast is successful. It's not like everybody's got the time to this. I think most of the people who are listening to this is like some background shit while they're working.
Totally.
So my background friends, we're here for you, baby. All you people out there in regular people land, working shitty jobs.
Hey, Joe, you said, do you know anything about the UFC being in 3D?
Yeah, they've been filming in 3D for a while.
Do you know what they're going to do with that? Do you have any idea?
Got to talk to the boss. I don't know.
They need to get on that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They've been filming it for a while though.
Very nice.
That UFC card was fucking nasty.
Very nice. Great card.
What'd you think about your boy Roy Nelson? What do you think he should do?
Roy Nelson.
Should he lose weight?
Bro, he got hit 50 fucking times. I mean, it's not like,
He can
the
take
guy stood in there. That guy takes it,
He can
whatever he
take
wants
it.
to do,
Roy
he can
Nelson
take it. So
can
we
take
know
it.
that. He
can
needs
take
to. I
he can
don't know.
take bombs. No one's ever stood in there with Junior Dos Santos for 3 rounds like that.
Do you
No
think
one.
Roy will ever get to the point where he just snaps and says, "Fucking, I'm just gonna watch my diet. I'm gonna get in great shape. I'm gonna go down to 205."
How did
you
this
think
guy
that'll
affect
ever?
him with those punches to the head? Do you think they would have made a difference?
He might be able to move faster away
faster?
from him. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, he would
I
definitely.
mean,
be
there's
able to
no
move better.
way.
There's no way
To
You
be a
can't
champion,
argue.
you have to be in the best shape of your life. He's obviously not in the best shape of his life. I know he likes to eat and all that stuff, but I'm thinking something's eventually will make him snap. He'll get shredded. He'll be training like a fucking.
I hope
madman.
so. I think if Roy Nelson was really in shape, like an in shape Roy
Yeah, that's
Nelson
what I'm talking
is a bad
about.
motherfucker.
At 205, he would crush.
He's got some serious knockout power.
And his jiu-jitsu's awesome.
His jiu-jitsu's awesome.
And
His
he's
heart
impressive. He's
is
got a lot of heart,
unquestionable.
man.
He's not afraid to fight
and he
anybody.
can take it. He can
He's
take
tough
it.
as
Take
fuck.
it.
Yeah, he just needs to get in shape.
Yeah.
And enough with the belly. That's all.
And what about my
Still
man
though,
Thiago Alves at 185?
something kind of cool about when that fucking big belly motherfucker knocks you senseless.
No. I'm a huge fan of Roy Nelson. I would just like to see him shredded.
That's my boy, Roy Rogers Nelson. He's at Roy Rogers. You know what I'm saying? That's
Roy
my-
Rogers.
The fucking roast beef place. They used to have like Roy Rogers years ago.
Is there any news on Crow Cop at all?
News on Crow Cop.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
The chat room.
Don't listen to them. Those people are
I
crazy.
was looking for UFC questions. They said asked about Crow
No,
Cop.
don't listen to them.
No, Thiago Alves
I gave
at
up on you,
185.
chat people. You Ustream chat fucks. You win.
Okay,
You
I got
win.
a question for
I can't
you.
read it.
Both of you guys. In the rematch, how do you think it'll go down? Silva, Sun, and 2.
Shit, who knows, man? I want to
You
see
had to
it.
guess. You had to guess.
I would never. You know what? I'm interested in seeing Vitor now. I want to see what Vitor can do to Anderson. I think I was thinking about a rematch for a while, which I would still love to see, because it was such a close fight. But the reality is Anderson won. He did tap him. He won convincingly.
Yeah.
And the Vitor fight is an interesting situation. I think I'd like to see that next. That's
Really?
what I think.
What about you? I'd like to see a rematch.
Either
right away.
either one would be fine with me. I'd be fine with a rematch. I would love to see a rematch, and I would love to see the Vitor fight. I would like to see him against a different guy. I mean, I think we have Anderson for only a certain amount of fights more. I want to make sure that the Vitor fight actually does happen, and if they set it up now, it can actually happen. I think that's a big fight.
If Dana decided to go with Silva, Sun, and 2, how do you think that would go down?
I think Silva would fuck him up
Quicker?
at the end.
At the end?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, maybe. Now he'd really work. Hey, man, like I was telling Joe the other night on the phone, you predicted all this shit. And the last 2 big fights, they were arm bars, or, Fedor and this guy went down at the last minute, This is the only sport that if you really watch UFC 4 and you see the evolution. And it evolves so quickly. It's not like baseball where they had like sand gloves in 2000 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's evolved so much. And these fighters that are the top level fighters, they evolve also.
Yeah.
They evolve also. That's the only way to stay at the top level, is to evolve also. So, and Silva, I don't think everybody keeps saying he pulled this out of his ass,
He didn't pull it out of his ass.
He didn't pull it out of his ass. This guy.
You don't pull triangles out of your ass. You pull punches. I mean, if you wing a wild punch and the guy runs into it and you're like, wow, what are the odds that landed? That I could see being kind of wild, and still I don't think that's wild because you were intending to punch the guy in the face. If you intend to punch the guy in the face and you do, how is that lucky? That's not lucky. That's silly. It's not like just because you got caught and, you can't say, oh, he got you with a lucky punch. No, he fucking punched you in the head. He wanted to punch you, and that's what he did. Like, how is that lucky?
And it was also a great day.
You can't have a lucky triangle.
When they started the UFC, I know that one of the guys, the Gracies, their point was to go jiu-jitsu against any other style, to prove to the world that jiu-jitsu could go up against any other style. And that night, that really came back to fruition again.
Well, but it was disproven in the fight before. See, what was important was that Anderson was able to do something when he got put in a bad situation. But look at Damian Maia. When Damian Maia was trying to get a hold of Anderson, jiu-jitsu certainly wasn't the answer.
No.
Because he needed to be able to close the distance and get a takedown. Until he gets that takedown, his jiu-jitsu's, it's not going to work for him.
It's
worthless. So that's what we saw in that fight. But what we saw with a killer like Anderson, a guy who's such a killer striker, he's got to be dangerous off his back. And that's one of the beautiful things about Anderson. He is. That's why he's
one thing I grabbed, because I grabbed the good and the bad. Chael Sonnen is a bad motherfucker, and I applaud you, dog. You went in there all nice and cute. He left there looking like Eddie Munster. Did you see him? He looked just like Eddie Munster.
He gets ugly in every fight he fights.
But, bro, that guy fought his heart out.
Yeah, I was impressed as hell.
Yeah, man, he was right there.
I would love to see that rematch. I would not be sad either way. I mean, yeah, I would not be upset one way or another. Either one I'm really looking forward to. I just thought that while Anderson is young, or relatively young, I mean, I don't know how many more years he's going to want to do this. I want to see him fight all kinds of people. I want to see him fight Hector Lombard. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him fight some interesting dudes who are fighting in other places.
John Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones.
Up to 205.
That's the one.
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me?
Why are we riding from this?
And I don't have a problem with the Chael Sonnen rematch. If they decide to do that, I would love that too. Either one's good.
Chael Sonnen and John Jones.
Oh,
good
Jesus.
googly moogly.
Jesus
Good
Christ.
googly moogly. Get Silva on the line right now.
But you know what? Chael Sonnen is not fighting at 205. He's always 185. I mean, I guess he could go up, but he never has before, right? I mean, maybe he's fought earlier fights at 205. I don't remember them, though. He was fighting into WEC at 185. So WEC 185 and UFC 185. I don't think he's ever missed weight. Has he missed weight?
Not that I could recall.
So there's no reason to, I mean, Anderson had some fights at 205, liked to go up there. I guess Chael could do it too, though. He probably walks around pretty heavy, right? John Jones is a scary motherfucker, though.
That's a scary dog. They just got him there in a cage right now. They don't even know when they're going to let him out. They might let him out on New Year's. They might let him out for the Thanksgiving thing. They don't even know when they're going to let him out.
They might as well just give him a title shot right away as soon as possible. Why fuck around? Why fuck around?
Because he wants to develop. He wants to be the greatest of all time. He wants to
So
develop.
he doesn't want a title shot. Is that what you're saying?
No, he doesn't want a title shot.
He doesn't?
No, Greg Jackson is the guy who guides him, right? Greg Jackson said to me that what he wants to do is make sure that he's tested. Before he fights for the title, he wants him to really be tested and really to get worn on. Greg Jackson's a smart man.
Man, he's a
smart.
He got tested at 205. He ran through Brandon Vera, Matt Hamill,
he did.
and
He did.
Vladimir. Those are
right.
some serious
Those
tests.
are some tests, right? But he hasn't been put in an adverse situation. That's what he means by testing.
Because he's
right.
that good.
Right, but he wants to set him up with someone who may test him.
Who were the top 10 guys at 205 that could probably work him right now?
I don't know if anybody could work him. I think he might be able to beat Shogun.
Yep.
I think he might be able to win the title. I mean, I think he's incredibly talented. I could see Shogun catching him. I mean, who knows? Shogun's really good off his back, too. Shogun can dive on some leg locks and shit. He doesn't fuck around. Shogun's a bad motherfucker everywhere. But John Jones is a special athlete, man. He's got something. The way he does it is just so confident, and he's got an aura about him, to use the Hickson Gracie term. There's some shit that John Jones is doing. He's got a very rare ability to look impressive against everybody.
And he's super duper ultra cool. That
So
guy
nice.
is so nice. I mean, he's just like the coolest dude.
Coolest, friendliest. He's down to earth. He's
Like
intelligent.
the opposite of a douche.
Yeah, the opposite. And he doesn't have a burden. Douchebags have a burden. They're always hating themselves. They're hating themselves for the way they treat other people. They hate themselves for the way they live their life. They hate themselves for all the negative energy they've created, all the negative energy from their childhood, all that shit. So they just, everywhere they go. That wears you out, man. You know, it might motivate you to a certain extent, but when it comes to the long race, when you don't have time for ego and bullshit, and it's all about, you know, who can race to greatness faster. The guys who have the best personalities get there better. They get there cleaner. Guy like Fedor, you know. Fedor has some doubters, but I don't know about any haters. You know, who hates Fedor? How can you hate that guy? He looks like a fucking dishwasher repairman and knocks dudes senseless, you know?
And he doesn't talk shit ever.
Doesn't talk shit ever, and he doesn't even get upset when he loses. When he loses, he's gracious. He's a gentleman. He doesn't lose for 10 years. He loses, and he says, you know, those who do not fall down do not stand, or something like that. You know, so he said it more eloquently.
It's like
than
he
me.
gained something from it, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he needed that loss
Yeah.
for character, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, who knows how he's going to come out in the next fight with something to prove, you know?
Just like BJ. Anytime BJ loses, he always comes back on fire.
You know, they're not fucking doing Fedor and Overeem. They're not doing that fight. They're doing Fedor and Bigfoot. Or Overeem and Bigfoot, rather.
Over him. So who are they giving Fedor?
I don't know, man. They don't know if they're going to do a rematch or not. But I want to see that Overeem Fedor fight. That's what I want to see. That's the fight I want to see. I want to see Verdun fight Overeem again for the title, for sure, because Verdun beat him in Pride. But I want to see Overeem Fedor. That's the fucking fight, man. That's a good fucking fight, son.
A real quick shout out to Matt Horowitz. He's fighting Tylis Latis this Saturday in Irvine. I think it's called War on the Mainland or something like that. But the main fight is Tim Sylvia versus Paul Buentello. Matt Horowitz took the fight against Tylis Latis on short notice, but he's always in shape. His jiu-jitsu's awesome. It's going to be a great fight.
I want to give a shout out to a kid, Patrick from Twitter. It's his birthday today. He's a good man. He tweeted me and asked me. He said his kid had the same birthday as Rogan. If we give him a shout out, happy birthday, Patrick.
I think Hulk Hogan's birthday's today, too.
That fucking long. Hey, it's a time for a word from our sponsor.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The Fleshlight. We're back, bitches.
Look at this. Here's something the Fleshlight gave me that we talked about yesterday.
I don't want to be that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want it?
Now, why would they give you this?
It's for folks that are only listening. This is a limp rubber dick.
It's not real.
A pink limp rubber dick that's made out of the same material that the Fleshlight's made out of.
It's funny because they sell it like something to put on your coffee table as a gag.
Is that what they said?
Yeah,
Like, what is it for? That's
It's just for
a
fun.
dick
Just
to make
like
you
a-
feel uncomfortable that you just held a dick in front of a man.
It's like bachelorette parties.
I was stroking it
stuff
yesterday
like
while
that.
we were talking. Just sit there like a porn star,
Yeah.
beating off, having a conversation.
These fucking
Yeah, I
people
used to
over there,
wrestle.
they ain't fucking around over at Fleshlight.
No, they're not fucking around, man.
Did they make the
They
green
got a,
one for
they
you
got a
yet?
solid
The
product.
Avatar one?
No, it's blue. Avatar was blue. Joey Diaz. Did you
don't-
see Avatar?
No.
God, you
I ain't
missed
got
it.
time for that shit. I just watched Kick-Ass.
Did you?
Fine.
Wasn't that great? Did you like it?
It was 20 minutes too long, but the girl stole the fucking
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
loved it.
I love that
That
girl.
was a good movie.
It's 20 minutes too long.
I watched
but
Bullet the other night.
What?
Bullet.
Oh, yeah. It's good, too. And shit. Steve McQueen is always an animal.
It's crazy looking at San Francisco and, in the 1960s, 1968. There's nobody on the road. You know, you're just driving. It's like easy. You're on the highway, you're just driving on the street, just driving. You don't realize how much the population has increased until you watch like a movie from the 60s. You see like New York in like a 1950s movie, The Hustler. There's not that many cars. Everybody's just driving around, no problems. Now we just take it for granted that anywhere you go, it's going to be a city. There's going to be too many fucking people, too many cars. You're not going to be able to get anywhere. But at one point in time, that wasn't the case. When they first made cities, like, why would everybody live together in this one thing? Well, because when there's not that many people and you can drive around, it's really pretty fucking cool. New York City with no traffic, that would be the shit.
It'd be boring,
I hate
It'd
New
be
York.
boring.
wouldn't it?
Why would it be boring?
There wouldn't be that many people.
Well, there would still be plenty of people. You're still going to have some traffic. You're just not going to have the kind of traffic that you have now where it takes you half an hour to get across town, at least. You know, it can take you hours to get around New York. When it's around rush hour, it can take you forever to get out of the city. You know, to get to Long Island, to get across the...
Oh, it's a fucking nightmare.
It's a nightmare. There's too many fucking people.
There's so many people
There's an
everywhere.
ongoing subject in this podcast. There's no answers. That's the unfortunate
There's
problem.
answers. You just have to move out of LA or big cities. In Columbus, Ohio, it was always 1 mile, 1 minute or better. Here, it's like 15 minutes per mile is the average or something retarded
Yeah,
like that.
but the people, let's be honest, it's more fun here, right?
Well, the weather's better.
The weather's better.
And for what we do, it's better here. But,
yeah,
I
but
mean,
don't you think, like, people-wise, you run into more interesting people out here than in Columbus?
you don't hang out with retards. Like any city, there's cool people. Like you've met some of my friends from Columbus. If you know, we all hung out. They were all
Yeah,
cool
no, they
people.
seem like nice guys.
Yeah, they're down to
Yeah.
earth people. So
Where do you think is the? But don't you think like there's certain parts of the country where people are more interesting per capita?
well, just because you have more people. Like Texas is awesome.
Right,
Texas
right,
is one of
right.
my favorite places ever, but because it's huge, it's like a big city. you
People
know?
say that it's because there's more people, but I also think that when you get a lot of people together, like in New York and any big city like that, just the sheer competition. There's so many people in there. Everybody's moving fast. Everybody's got to keep up with everybody else. Like no one's faster thinker or faster talker than like East Coast people, like New Jersey, New York.
Well, they're angry.
That
They
angry hustle competition sort of a. Right, Joey? Don't you think New Yorkers? No one's more aggressive than New Yorkers.
There's aggressive people ever, but they're real aggressive in New York. You got to fucking go in New York. Man.
Yeah, you got to go.
People
They
don't go
have
like this in New
sympathy
York
for
at a
you.
stop sign.
Yeah.
You know how they do here? Like, no, you go. Get the fuck, somebody fucking go already. You fucking moron. I got to get to the weed store. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, that shit don't make, there's just a lot of things I see that you look at and you're like, this shit wouldn't fucking fly.
No.
This just wouldn't fly. The other day, some guy in front of just pulled in front of my house and got out of the car, and 3 people were behind him beeping. I went upstairs and got my police badge and said, move the fucking car, bitch. And he fucking moved, But it's like, I don't like that part of it. Like, you got to go. Go, bro. What's all this chitter-chatter?
When you have really good weather and really good conditions and things are easy, it tends to make you a bit soft. And that's what I think. I think there's a lot of people that grow up out here, like a lot of Chads, you know the type of guy I'm talking about. Like there's like a softness. They don't have to deal with like harsh winters. They don't have to deal with, the craziness that the Northeast has to deal with. You know what I mean? I think people think faster in the East Coast in general.
Oh, you got to fucking think, you see. Look at that thing. I watched, did you see that interview with William Shatner? He interviewed Bernard Goetz.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
No. Is that on his show?
Interesting. Very interesting.
I heard Bernie Goetz used to be on Opie and Anthony all the time. He's crazy.
He just shot 4 motherfuckers for just insinuating. But he proved them right. He said, they like, how'd you know I was going to mug them? Well, look at 20 years later, 3 out of the 4 are in prison.
Well, it could be because he shot them and fucked their head up, and then they wound
He
up
shot
being...
those motherfuckers. One was crawling, and he went over and pulled the fucking trigger. He was out of bullets. Did you see the fucking interviews he gave afterward?
No.
He told the New York Times that mothers should have had abortions. Listen, you don't talk like that before you go to sentencing.
Wow.
That's the shit you say from behind bars. He was a stern guy. But I think about that guy when I think about New York. He said, I ain't even giving him the opportunity.
He's out of jail.
Out of jail.
How long has he been out of jail? Long time?
I got thrown out of jail. It happened in 82.
He got thrown out.
Did he go to jail?
What happened was he made bold statements afterwards. His
Right.
attorneys were like, shut the fuck up, guy. So they prosecute him for something else. I forget the story now. If you look it up, they prosecute him for something else. But he was a hero
Well,
and a
they
scapegoat.
just don't want to encourage people to be carrying
Right,
guns.
to be vigilantes.
But the problem is, man,
But I look at that
what
guy.
do you do, though? Anthony from Opie and Anthony, he's got to carry. He carries a pistol. They don't talk about it on the radio. I guess the station doesn't like bringing it up. But he's got a fucking gun on him.
You have to.
He's got a carry pit
You
permit.
rat.
You have to. You have to.
You
In
have to.
Texas, you can carry a gun
have
with
to,
you, right?
Yeah.
It's way better to
You can in
have
most
it when
places.
you need it.
You just got to get a
Than to
license.
need it and not have
I'm
it.
a firm believer. I carried a gun for years, and fucking bad guns and hot guns. And I tell you what, and this is what I tell people all the time, you carry a gun, you carry a knife, you attract that energy.
Yeah.
Next time you get into a beef, somebody's going to have a knife. I never carried a knife again. Nobody ever attacked me with a knife. I got attacked with a knife in Aspen, Colorado.
Really?
And I picked up a fucking pipe. But if I wouldn't have slipped the way I did, that guy would have cut me. I picked up a pipe and hit him across the fucking leg with it. But he had like a little fucking...
Where were you attacked, though? You were hanging behind like a strip club at 3 in the
I was
morning?
at a
by
gas
the dose?
station. I was at a gas station, and the guy was fixing my car like a big garage place. And the guy thought I had said something to him. I'm like, I didn't say nothing to you. My car's right here. He was like, no, you cut me off before. I've been here for 2 hours.
Oh, he was just looking for somebody to stab.
Yeah, he was just a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? So he pulled the knife out. He went like this, and I moved back. And when I moved back, there was a pipe on the fucking, like those pipes for wiring. They would be doing the place. And I slipped, and I picked up the fucking pipe. But I always remembered that when I carried a gun, everywhere I would go, people had fucking guns. I'd go to buy a gram of Coke. The motherfucker had a gun.
What are the odds?
But once I stopped carrying
Sure that wasn't a
shit,
dream.
A Coke dealer with a gun? Wait a minute.
Once I stopped, like one time I heard a bullet go off one night when I had a gun, real 20 feet by me. The guy shot another guy at a club.
Whoa.
And I was a kid. And I remember hearing that fucking thing, and I stopped with guns.
How old were you?
24, maybe.
Yeah.
But I never, ever carried. After I got caught for the machine gun with the kidnapping, I never bore a gun.
That was the last time?
When was the 88?
That was a good last time, though.
Yeah, machine
You
gun.
went out with a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went out kidnapping somebody.
Yeah.
and
With
duct
a
taping
machine
them.
gun.
Fuck yeah, no fucking around. I want what you got, bitch.
Did you have like the things over your like with the ammo? And
No,
you're
no,
like,
not that
I give
retarded.
up.
That's, you know what? That's the ultimate shit you could tell somebody. You know what I
Just had
mean?
the little thing, the
To
little
get
pop.
some instant respect. Tell them you were arrested for kidnapping
kidnapping?
and you got a machine gun. Damn, that's deep.
That was a
You don't
long
want to fuck
fucking
with that
time
dude.
ago, bro. That
That's
was
the way
a
to
long
get
time
out of a
ago.
wedding.
Absolutely, that's the way to get out of a lot of things. Trust me.
I got something to tell you.
But that's the thing. When you carry your weapon, you better be prepared to fucking carry that weapon. I tell that to people all the time. People are like, bro, I'm thinking of getting a gun. Bitch, before you take that gun out, you better think twice.
Is it possible? Here's the question. Is it possible for human beings to ever evolve past this? Is it possible for people to ever evolve past violence and bullshit and lies and hate? Is it possible?
No.
Do we need it?
We need it.
We
because
need
then
it
there's
because
other
it
people, then
fuels.
that's us.
It makes
fuels.
you appreciate love more. It makes you
Yes.
struggle more. It makes the competition
It's
greater.
important.
I
Yeah.
mean, you always think about what's going on. Think about that a half a world away. Everybody's got a machine gun shooting at each other right now. You
Yeah.
could be walking in Israel and fucking on a bus going home, and somebody comes up and says, "Fuck the Jews," and they fucking pull a switch, and there you
Right,
are.
but on a smaller scale, if people can be, is it just a certain amount? Is it a certain number? Is it like after a certain number, you can't be friends with everybody? I mean, how the fuck do wars get started? I mean, it doesn't get started with a group as small as us, right? It's not 4 people. So if 4 people can get along, what are the numbers? What are the numbers where everybody can have a good, healthy
I think every 20
community?
people,
20?
there's one bad motherfucker.
You think so?
And then
well,
you branch off.
but if you can get rid of them, what's a manageable size? Like if you wanted to start a tribe, like all your own people, what's a manageable size where everybody can be cool with each other? Nobody's going to have any problems with each other. We're all going to be friendly. Everyone's going to be
2.
right. 2? Two.
One in a cat.
One in a cat. One in a cat and a fleshlight.
Yep.
It's impossible?
Listen, man, in drama, sometimes you need it.
I think so too.
Change. There's an expression I can't remember right now. That fucking joint.
I've
killed
said
me.
this before, and it sounds crazy, but I think it's all a mathematical equation. I think everything you do in this life, all the people you come in contact with, all your actions, all your emotions, it's all part of a giant equation, and everybody's equation is piling up together. Everybody's numbers, what you're doing is affecting me, what I'm doing is affecting him. We're all doing it together, and we're working towards some fucking crazy goal that we just can't see. I believe that.
Me too.
Wasn't Zeus the god of war? What was the mythology?
Zeus?
What was
Well,
he?
Thor was the god of thunder. Zeus was the god of
Something
war.
like that.
Was he
One
the
of
god
those
of war?
guys sent
Zeus was
a bad motherfucker.
the grand poobah.
One of those guys sent their son down to see what was going on.
Right.
And this motherfucker came back and they talked about war, all the damage this guy had done, his son.
Right.
And when he went to Zeus and he asked his son, "What the fuck is going on? What are you doing? What are you chopping these heads off?" He says, "Without war, there's no change."
Is that what it is?
Something to do
Maybe,
with that thing.
yeah. But the question is, can we evolve past this? The problem is you look at the numbers. You look at sustainability, like the sheer numbers of human beings, and then you look at the amount of space that we have. And you got to think, if we're at like 6 or 7 billion now, what's going to happen when it's 20 billion? What's going to happen when it's 80 billion? What's gonna
Well,
happen?
there's a shitload of land though, so there's tons and tons of land. If you just go to
Sure.
Ohio, there's just millions and millions of acres of land.
So you think everybody should just move to Ohio?
I
and
know.
solve
I'm just
the
saying
world's
that. I'm
expansion
just saying there's a
problem?
lot of states out there, like South Dakota,
Right.
shit like that. There's just fucking land everywhere.
And who's growing their food?
Mexico.
Where are they getting their meat?
Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
Japan.
Japan. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's what I worry about. That's the kind of shit that fills my head up every day.
Stop thinking about it. Get
Stop.
drunk. We got to get you some Merlot, man. Take away your weed and take away your Merlot.
It's your birthday. We got to start drinking. Let's have some shots.
What are you doing?
It's your birthday.
Where's your
Let's do a
jack?
shot.
Get your
Let's have
jack.
some shots.
You got tequila?
I'm not
I got to
really
drive.
into drinking, just hanging around with a bunch of men.
It's
not
your
really my
birthday,
favorite thing.
dude.
Come on. We'll go in the tank together.
It's your
All
birthday.
4 of us.
I'm not looking for birthday shots. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
How about birthday high fives?
What are you doing tonight?
Birthday high
What are you
fives.
doing tonight, dog?
I'm going out.
Are you?
Yeah.
With everybody?
The Olive Garden?
We're on the internet.
Olive Garden, huh?
And everything later.
Go to the Olive Garden?
It's my favorite.
Breadsticks?
When you're there, your family.
No, you didn't say it right, bitch. Say it the right way.
When you're here, your family.
Hey!
Hey! There was that show that used to be on Sirius, the Wise Guys show. You remember that show?
I never heard it.
Oh.
I didn't have the heart to hear that shit.
It was that for 2 hours.
It's not even on no more?
Hey, let's go to the
No,
Olive
they don't
Garden.
have it anymore. They don't have it anymore. Part of it made me nostalgic. But the part of it made me remember all these idiots that I knew back in New York. Very, very specific part of the country, huh?
Very specific. So,
It's going to be interesting. UFC is in Boston.
there you go. That's what we were going
Yeah.
to talk about. I was going to ask you about
Fuck.
next. What do you think so far?
BJ and fucking Frankie Edgar too is going to be interesting, man. That's going to be interesting as fuck because BJ's going to come out angry.
I think BJ's going to try to take Frankie Edgar down
I think you're right.
and try to strangle him.
I think you're totally right. All he did in that fight was stand and bang with him and try to stuff the takedown. I think BJ learned a lesson in that fight. He's going to come back stronger than ever. But Frankie Edgar's coming back stronger than ever too, man. Frankie Edgar's better in every fight. Every time that dude fights, you see a new, improved version of him. After he beat Sean Shirk, and then after he beat Matt Veach and strangled Matt Veach, I was like, this guy is fucking getting better, man. He's getting better. And then when he beat BJ, dude, he's going to be even better now. Coming into this fight, he's going to kick it up another notch. And he's not getting tired. The thing about that dude, he does not get tired. He can go 5-minute rounds, full clip, and he's good. He's good. It's crazy. He doesn't get tired. He was just as fast in the fucking 5th round as he was in the 3rd, as he just was in the 2nd.
You think he gets tired at night?
I think he goes night-night. I think he gets some warm milk, and maybe someone reads him a story. And
I can't get tired, Joe.
and then he goes night-night.
The only thing about my man James Toney, Randy Couture.
James Toney, Randy Couture is a fucking fascinating fight, man. I loved it. I love, first of all, the fact that James Toney is the first guy who's like a real professional boxer at a high level stepping into MMA. And yeah, he's 41, but he's still got skills, dude. James Toney's still a bad motherfucker.
And Randy Couture's like 48.
47, I believe, yeah. So, but the thing is, like, he's doing the right things. He's training with Antonio McKee. He's training with Mo Lawal. He's training with King Mo. He's training with wrestlers. They're teaching him how to try to stand up. Who knows? All he has to do, though, realistically, all he has to do is stuff one takedown. Stuff one takedown and get close enough to get a hand free. Just get close enough. Just have a position where he's got a little bit of distance he created and fucking blam! All he has to do is one with those 4-ounce gloves. I'm not saying he can do it, but I'm saying if he can do it, chances are he's going to fuck Randy up if he can land it.
My sources tell me he's not training at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Shh! This is bad for the promotion, Eddie Bravo.
Oh, no, he's training a lot. Yeah.
Oh, Eddie.
Did I just fuck it up?
I think you might have fucked it up.
That's part of the promotion. Has he been training? Rumors
It's
are
today's
that
opposite
his
day, by the
training
way.
sucks.
It's 2 days what?
Today's opposite day, by the way.
Today's opposite day?
Yeah.
Oh, Brian.
What is opposite time?
Well, who knows, man? Maybe they're putting out rumors that he's not
Yeah.
training so that people will respect it. But I know he lost weight. He looked pretty goddamn thin when I was interviewing him. He didn't look fat at all.
I can just imagine him at home. And I ain't fucking training for no motherfucking shit.
What if he pulls it off?
The fuck I'm gonna train? Fuck that shit. I'm gonna go run for 10 minutes.
This is what he said to me. He goes, Bruce Lee got a 6-inch punch. I got a 3-inch punch. That's all I need. 3 inches. 3 inches, I'll knock his ass out. That's all I need. And he's right, dude. Let me tell you something. If he clipped you like this, just like that, just gave himself like 3 or 4 inches, it would fucking really hurt. It would really hurt. He could jack you.
He was giving it up to Bruce Lee. He's like, Bruce Lee's a bad motherfucker.
He got it wrong though. I told it to Dana. Dana goes, Bruce Lee had a 1-inch punch.
Why can't they figure out the Bruce Lee killings and like all the murders and stuff, that whole family murders? But you'd think there would be by now DNA or something where they can they can solve so many
This is
crazy
a conspiracy,
crimes.
Brian.
This is a conspiracy.
We need
It's
to
by
get
the
Mythbusters
smartest
on
people
Did
in
they
the
just
world.
give up on that whole thing?
The Chinese. They never even looked into it.
I don't think there was a
They
conspiracy.
never even looked into it.
Was there a conspiracy
Chinese-
with Bruce Lee?
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
Was there?
Big time.
Crazy
Where he died?
conspiracy.
Oh yeah.
Right. What was the conspiracy?
Well, that
He was found dead, asleep in like his mistress's apartment.
So they think someone killed him.
right.
They think someone did.
And his son.
Why would they kill his son?
Poisoned him or something.
Fuck you and your son. I'm gonna
Right.
fuck you
So they
both up.
killed his son later and
Later
like put a
on.
bullet into the gun. That was it was supposed to be a blank gun, right?
Right. How do you get a fake? How do you get a real gun on a set? It doesn't even come close. You don't.
Did
have
you
a
look
real-
into Brandon Lee? Did
Yeah,
you remember that?
back in the day. Yeah.
So,
So
what were the
you don't
details?
think that was incompetence?
No. Why would there be a? All right, you have props for movies and stuff
Right.
like that. You don't use real guns. There's not even a real gun on Warner Brothers, except in the security guys' pockets. You know.
Right.
But you don't mix fucking fake guns with real guns. That's impossible. You know.
Well, it's not that it's not a real gun. It's a real gun. It's just shooting a blank.
Right, but they can't. Those guns can't shoot real.
People have died by taking those guns and putting them up to their head with no bullet in it, and it's blowing their brains out. You know that, right?
Right, but that's not what happened. You know.
Well, I know What happened? What I read was that there was something in the barrel, and that as he fired the blank, something whatever was in the barrel. We should probably look it up. I mean, we're talking out of our ass, but he did get shot and killed on a set.
I always felt that the father got iced because when he left Run Shaw and those motherfuckers to come to the United States to shoot Enter the Dragon,
Right.
that was his end.
They were
Because
just waiting
Run
to get him.
Shaw, that was big heroin money. I'm telling you this from the heart. If you know anything about that, you check out that company. The people who made Fist of Fury and Chinese Connection, they invested. You know what it cost to make the Chinese Connection?
How much?
80,000.
Really?
You know how much? You know how many times they made that over? Do the fucking math, my friend.
How much do you think that movie's made?
Look at it. There was no explosions. There's no 3G. There's no 3D.
Well, what do you
there's
think
no
it's sold-
SAG.
How much do you think the Chinese Connection has made?
$10 a day for all those Japanese guys. Sleep out, you know.
So you're saying that the company that made Fist of Fury, the Big Boss,
The people who put up the producers on that. If you know anything about Raymond Chow,
it's all heroin.
they were money laundering. They you know, it's money laundering, guys. You know, you got to make up to have this Mercedes. I got to make money to make this Mercedes. I got to make it to cover this. How am I doing this? He made 3 movies. They were all box office fucking worldwide smashes. One was bigger than the other. And I come to you and I go, hey, I'm out. Now, if anybody knows anything about anything, mafia concept ain't even Italian. Those morons could never figure that out. It's fucking Chinese. You know, look at Japan. When you fuck up in the mafia in Japan, don't they cut your fucking finger? Or don't you have to cut it off? If I told you to cut your finger off, what were the chances? You understand me? These people don't fuck around. They're not white. They're not soft. These people don't fuck around, guys.
They were making tons of money
Tons of
making his
money.
movies. And
Printing
he decided
money.
to leave them,
And he decided to go to Warner Brothers to make Enter the Dragon.
and so they killed
They
him.
gave him a little taste, but not the taste they were waiting on. Not the big taste they were waiting on. They made Raymond Chow a little partner. And then they gave him a piece of Death Hunt with Charles Bronson. Little partner, but not
Wasn't
what they,
enough.
Huh? Not,
So you really think that's what happened? You think they
well,
murdered him?
Any other ideas?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
It said he had
It's-
officially it was a brain aneurysm.
It's a brain aneurysm.
Well, when someone shoots you in the head, your brain bleeds, right?
It's mysterious. Nobody knows nothing. I mean, he was 33 years old. He was in perfect health. You know, he could have been poisoned. You know, the death certificate could say anything. We could have paid for this. The Chinese could have paid for this all across the line. To the, you know, that's a corrupt country like any other place like that. They could have paid doctors to say whatever the fuck they would have said. They buried him and that's it. Why hasn't Linda Lee said, let's dig up the motherfucking body and see what's really crack-a-lacking? Because they probably gave her, she knows, they killed her son to boot, bro. So your husband and your fucking son dies? This is a coincidence?
Was there any threats on his life,
I don't think
Brandon
so.
Lee?
I don't think so.
Or you think they still
after
killed him?
reading how it actually happened, I guess they were using blanks, but they were rushed at a time, so they took real bullets and took out the powder out of the bullets that I guess would also make a blank. But what happened is somebody unknown fired those blanks, and they reinserted like bullets on top of it, like more blanks, and so it exploded, and a piece of the bullet flew out of it.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Something
What a
like that.
crazy way to
Crazy
die. Because not only are we going to shoot you, we're going to shoot you on fucking camera.
I don't think what
Isn't
it
that the
came from
craziest
son-
shit?
How come that video's not on YouTube?
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
There's just
What's up
so
with
many
that?
doubts.
It's just
with
weird.
Both of their deaths.
I don't want to watch it, by the
There's
way.
so many doubts with both of their deaths. that it's not. You know, it's just not.
Is there a Brandon Lee?
It sounds like it could be just a coincidence.
I was a kid, and all of a sudden he was dead and buried and gone. That's it. And then the movie came out 2 weeks later because he died before the movie came out.
It's perfect timing. For
He
the
died
movie.
2 weeks before the
Perfect
movie
timing.
came out. He died July 16th or something like that, and the movie came out 8 days later or something.
Wait a minute. They were filming the movie and they were done filming and then they released it 8 days later after he died?
No.
The movie was done.
The movie was done.
2 weeks before they released it, he died.
He died. He never even
Wait,
went
and he had
Bruce
one more
Lee.
movie. It was Legend, wasn't it, or something?
Game of Death, which he filmed just a piece of.
I
it.
was
He
so
filmed like 10
confused.
minutes.
I thought you were talking about Brandon Lee.
No, we're talking about Bruce. I'm sorry. So, you know, there's so many coincidences. Now, this is American studio. They would never kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like
You don't think they
American-
would? I think there's some crazy producers out there that would kill people.
They understand. They understand that death equals money. Now, is there a documentary out there about Brandon
I think
Lee?
there is. Was it Legend or
I would like
what
to
was
see
the
the
movie?
You guys heard
documentary.
about that Survivor producer? Again, one of the
the
guys
one
who
that killed-
producer
Let me tell
killed
you
his wife in Cancun. And he's back. He's back in America. Mexican government's trying to figure out how to prosecute him. They're going to extradite him to Mexico. Guy killed his wife.
But I'm going to tell you something else, too, that I don't know if you've seen it. I mean, I've been on that side of the fence. I just was watching that Michael Jackson documentary again a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm looking
About
at
his
it.
death?
About the thing we went to see that night.
The thing
Him
with the thing.
rehearsing and him.
Oh, okay,
this
okay.
and that. I'm watching him. Does he look like a fucking dude that's fucked up to you as much as they said he was fucked up? To do all those dance moves? Watch the movie. You're an intelligent guy. You get back to me. Or he wasn't just doing coke or whatever. He was doing oxygen or whatever the fuck they said he was doing. Whatever they said he was doing.
See that one part where he freaks out? Remember, he fucking freaks out. There's one part where they show most of the movie is just all good. They don't even get into drugs or anything like that. It's all good, but they show a little piece where he's freaking out with the director and he doesn't feel it. It feels like just It's just I don't know what it is. It's just remember that piece?
Wow. He had to get the right mixture.
But look,
Yeah.
that guy was in debt.
It was freaking
that
out.
guy was owing. They were going to take his little afro. They were going to take Neverland. You know how much money that motherfucker's made since he's been dead?
A lot, right?
Tons. They're all jumping up and down now.
Red Dragon was the documentary, by the way.
Red Dragon?
Yeah.
The Bruce Lee documentary?
It's Bruce Lee or Brandon Lee, both. Or one?
Brandon Lee. I'm sorry. Brandon Lee documentary.
Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
Cool.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but it's just too weird.
Well,
the Bruce Lee thing.
His death definitely sounds
Yeah, the
like
Bruce
if
Lee
he
thing
had
was
some,
very
if he
weird.
really pissed off some Chinese mob guys, I don't think they would let that slide because the guy became a movie star. You know, if he's making some other people, yeah, I could see them killing him. I don't know the details.
You know
so-
where they shot those movies? They shot those, like, those movies cost nothing. They shot those in the jungles of fucking Thailand. Look at Fist of Fury, the first one.
Yeah.
They shot that. That was no set. They shot that in the jungle of Thailand on a dark street. There was no craft services. There was none. There was wontons and a fucking tent with Chinese music on. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy when you think about how recent movies really are. What a recent invention. I mean, movies were, you know, I believe in the 1900s they were silent, right? When did they start making sound movies?
I'm not sure. It is.
40s, 50s, and by the way, that was Bruce Lee, not Brandon Lee. Sorry,
What was?
that Red Dragon.
Oh, that was the documentary on Brandon Lee. Bruce Lee, not
Bruce
Brand.
Lee.
Bruce
Bruce
Lee.
Lee.
Bruce Lee. Okay.
But I think it was like 1940s. I would say 19 was the when they
Yeah,
started.
but
using
think
sound.
about how recent an invention movies are. The crazy thing about the whole movie experience is it really does program you. We have like some certain things that we want to see in life, and when you show them to us, like we have like a natural inclination to follow successful people. It's like natural, you know, follow someone who's better than you, learn how to be better than you are. You know, learn from people that are very learned. But when you see a movie, it's like the guy has all these attributes of the hero in real life, but it's fake. And he's 60 feet tall, and every time he talks, fucking music plays, and your whole system gets so confused. Because you really, there's a lot of
Especially
people.
girls.
Yeah, especially girls. There's a lot of people that believe that life really should be like a movie. They're like really shocked that life doesn't turn out like a movie.
How crazy was it that when Bruce Lee, all he ever wanted was a shot in Hollywood, and he got ripped off, he got rejected, he got sent back to China. He blows up in China, and now Warner Brothers wants him back. Now they wanted him. And then he finally gets a shot. He gets to call all the shots of the movie, and he doesn't show up to the set. He has cold feet. He's fucking nervous as hell. They're shooting around him. He won't show up. He's freaking out. He's having like nervous breakdown. How crazy is that? Then he finally shows up and just crushes. You watch that movie now, sure, there's some corniness from Enter the Dragon. You know, it's an older movie, but there's so like a good 75% of it just stands the test of time. The scenes, the way it's shot, like when they're out during the day, and when he fights Bob Wall and Bolo Young. God damn it, those are the best fucking scenes ever.
Listen,
He was so intense.
He's moving around like Muhammad Ali.
Nobody had come along before that represented martial arts at all in a mainstream way. There had been no one that grabbed the public's attention. He was the first.
And when he did Big Boss's first movie, he wasn't even the star at first. He was like billed third or fourth, and then he just started directing and fucking putting together the fight scenes. And then they bumped him up and made him. They go, this motherfucker is just taking over. This dude just they just threw him on the film, last minute, and he took over. And then from that point on, boom, he just took over.
I just watched. Which is one of my all-time, like top 5, and when I get down and dirty, one of my all-time movies is The Chinese Connection, which was released, whatever, The Big Boss here, or Fist of Fury. In that movie, his fucking anger comes through. I mean, he's so good in that movie. Everything he does, Bro, this guy took Clint Eastwood and took him a step further. He would kill the guys and then hang them on the street so people could see him. Nobody's done that shit. Nobody's ever done. Charles Bronson, nobody. He hung him twice. Why'd you kill my teacher? Why? Think of that last fight scene where he goes to the school and he says, this does not concern you. I'm allowing you to leave. He throws them out, and the 3 that stick around, he jumps over a coffee table. Watch the movie, guys. He jumps over the coffee table into a flying sidekick. This ain't no joke. He beats the fat guy with the sword. He puts him down. The sword goes through his back. Then he goes to the yard, and he fucks up 2 guys. He fucks up the Russian. Then he goes into the studio with the new chucks and shit, fucks the master up. Then he goes back to the school, and he tells the cops not to fuck around with his school, and the cops are scared of him. He's talking to him, and he's like, if I go to jail, don't fuck with them. Then he opens the door to open, and there's a bunch of people outside ready to shoot him, and he runs to the camera, and he throws a flying sidekick, and you hear the fucking bullets go off in the air. That's what killed me as a kid, not seeing my mother die. That tormented me when Bruce Lee got shot at the end of Fist of Fury, because I didn't know whether he'd come back or not. But think about that fucking movie. You know who his acting coach was on Chinese Connection?
Who?
Steve motherfucking McQueen, long distance.
Whoa.
Do you understand me? He was calling Steve McQueen saying, dog, this is what I got to do in this scene. What do you think?
Wow.
Do you understand me, dog? And him and Steve McQueen were running together, and they both wanted what each other had.
Yeah.
Steve McQueen didn't want to be no star. He didn't like people. He didn't want people talking to him. Steve McQueen beat the fuck out of Ali McGraw and went to work the next day. Nobody gave a fuck. He was a mean guy, Steve McQueen. He wanted to be a fighter. And Bruce Lee wanted to be a fucking actor, an international star. They both had what each other wanted, bro. Steve McQueen just wanted to piss on people and fuck people up. He called Clint Eastwood one time and said, dog, let's take a ride. This producer died. I'm going to go piss on his grave like I told him when he fired me from that movie. Steve McQueen wasn't a nice guy.
Wow. What did he die of?
Cancer. Ooh. He went to Mexico and couldn't get healed.
Breast cancer.
Breast cancer?
Yeah.
Enter the Dragon was so fucking strong. Like Bruce Lee was so amazing that they put out the craziest thing of all, the whole Bruce Lee thing. The craziest thing is that they put a movie out after he died, Game of Death, and only the last 10 minutes is him. They decided to make a movie with 75% another dude. It was another dude, and if you watch that movie, they take pictures or scenes from Return of the Dragon.
Yeah,
and
they
stick
mix
it
all up.
Yeah, they mix it all up. The editing is the worst ever. They used a photo in the first 5 minutes of the movie. They put a photo of Bruce Lee on a moving body on the double.
Really?
They put a photo. It's the worst Photoshop ever. The beginning of that movie. Then they shoot the whole rest of the movie with like. Anytime you get a good look at Bruce Lee, it's another movie. Wow. It's another fucking movie, man. And then they cut back, and then when you see the profile, it's a stunt double with glasses, big fucking glasses. They had a stunt double for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar too, because they had to have an excuse for him at the end of the movie when he actually does come in. So if you watch the movie, you see the big tall black guy. It's not even Kareem, but you know he's gonna fight him at the end.
You know what? Like people talk about the 7 wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon. You know what the 8th wonder of the world is? That they sequeled that movie 18 times. We've had this conversation. Like, how you doing? We're here today. Eddie Bravo, Joe Rogan, they'd like to speak to you about a pitch. Oh, we're all ears. We'd like to do Game of Death 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, come again? Isn't Bruce Lee dead? We don't need Bruce Lee. You understand? We got pictures. Break the pictures down for me. We just show pictures and shit. It's like, dude. So how much are we going to make? That's not going to make any money. What? Boxes are fucking. How much a Game of Death? When I like to see it, they don't even have what those movies made. They don't even have. You can't look. You can look up any movie on Whitepedia and see what they made.
Whitepedia,
whatever the fuck it is.
Whitepedia. I still got it. You
fucking white people,
dude. And what about the whole? Forget about Game of Death and using a fake Bruce Lee for most of the movie with the worst editing ever from other movies.
Ever.
They're editing shit. But how about the Bruce Lie? And then there was like a Bruce Liu. That all these total ripoffs of Bruce Lee. They just went with it. It was like Kiss. Like Kiss now they got Ace Frehley's makeup, Peter Criss's makeup, but they call him Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. But they got Ace and Peter's makeup. It's incredible.
Asians were so hot back then.
It's like a Cirque du Soleil show.
Yeah, but the Kiss, no one's ever pulled it off like Kiss did. Making dudes wear the same makeup, the guys who they're replacing.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna
well, at first they didn't do that. No, at first when they first lost Ace, they got Vinnie Vincent, and he came out as an Egyptian guy.
Yeah,
he was and then when they lost Peter, Eric Carr came in as the Fox. So when they decided to do the reunion, they get Ace and Peter back. Once they start leaving again in the exact same order, Ace left first and then Peter, the exact same thing. They go, fuck it. Let's not start any new characters. Let's keep the old characters, but just have different dudes playing them.
So Gene was always like no drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. Was Paul Stanley a partier?
No, not both of them.
So both of them didn't party, but the other dudes partied a lot.
Yes.
Ace Frehley partied like a motherfucker. So did Peter Criss, right?
Yeah, massive. Peter Criss, I think, was an alcoholic, and Ace had a coke problem.
Shazam, son.
Yeah.
You can't play guitar like that unless you do a little coke.
Exactly.
I watched Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, the new season last night. Wow. They got a new skunk for his hair. You have to see his hair now, bro. They got a new skunk. He's got like 2 inches. It's a little longer. It's a little tighter.
Yeah.
He's always had the goofiest hair.
One thing for sure, Gene Simmons will never be hosting a show about hurricanes.
No. You know, the crazy thing too is
that's not
if he does, he's gonna be wearing a motorcycle helmet.
Oh, so they know Kiss knows. I'm the biggest Kiss fan on the planet, and so are you. But Kiss knows that, you know what? Most of the people now that are getting into Kiss, they won't even know that that's not Ace Frehley. And they'll go, the cat, the fucking spaceman. That's more important than their actual fucking names. Like that.
Well, it is as long as they can reproduce the songs. You just can't have the songs that Ace sings because Ace had a very distinctive voice.
Yeah,
I liked his voice, man.
Yeah.
I liked Ace Frehley's voice.
And Peter had a great voice too. But both of them can sing. Eric Singer's a really good singer, and he's really good at imitating Peter Criss. He really is. He actually does sound like him.
That song 2000 Man?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dynasty, 1979, son. Side 2. Track 2. Right after I Was Made for Loving You.
Powerful.
Hey,
that's another one. I Was Made for Loving You.
Ace didn't even write that song. The producer wrote that one. Or that was a cover. 2000 Man's an actual old cover.
I love I Was Made for Loving You.
I Was Made for Loving You fucking
give me
rules.
some I Was Made for Loving You. Find that shit.
Oh, shit.
Find that shit.
Yeah,
Did someone remix I Was Made for Loving You into a fucking house song? It sounds awesome, dude.
Really?
Big techno song.
Did that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I heard it in Argentina.
What a great idea. What a great idea. That's a jam. That was a disco song. That's when they had gone disco, but it was good.
That was their
It's good disco.
One, just to let them know we're in the fucking.
And then there was Heaven's on Fire.
Everybody did.
That's live. I Was Made for Loving You.
Yeah, we don't want to go live. It's going to sound like shit.
It can't be live, son.
Yeah, go with a...
They have a video. If you go YouTube, there's a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, baseline, dude. Disco fucking rockin'.
Fuck yeah. How many guys were blowing him while he was singing this?
What was that?
How many guys were blowing him while he was singing this?
That's a you don't want to go there. You don't want to start going there. I think, but without going any further, I think that's the reason why Paul and Gene were such a great team. I think it's because of that.
Really?
Because of what the dudes from Guns N' Roses accused Homeboy. You guys, no one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
The dude from Guns N' Roses accused him of what? God damn, you're high.
We can't even go there. I don't
can't go there.
Oh,
okay.
We can't go there.
All right. Sorry.
I'm a big Kiss fan.
Okay. No need to disparage them.
Yes, Paul Stanley is one of my gods for sure.
And by the way, Ace Frehley is clean and sober now.
Really?
Yeah.
If Paul Stanley was gay, I would love him even more. Who cares? I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope he got some good.
I love Rob Halford.
I love Rob Halford.
The dude from Queen was fucking Freddie Mercury was awesome.
Yeah.
Love him too. Jeff
Rob
Tate, awesome. I love Jeff Tate.
Fucking East.
What about Clay Aiken?
Rocking on there.
Clay Aiken, I don't like.
No. Ricky Martin?
I don't like him.
2 down.
Nuh-uh.
What about other gay singers?
Mika.
Elton. Yeah, Elton John's a bad motherfucker.
Elton John's a bad motherfucker. Come on.
Elton John's a bad motherfucker.
What's that one, Tiny Dancer? Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
That's one of the greatest songs
Rocket
ever.
Man? Rocket Man's a great jam.
I don't care if he's gay.
George Michael? Yeah.
Remember we were kids.
You know what?
Sucks that they can't.
Freedom by George Michael.
Oh, shit. Hit that. Hit it.
Get it. That's a great jam.
There's
You know what's
four
really great
different,
about
four
that
different
jam?
parts to that song. There's 4 different parts. It's not just verse and chorus. It's verse, fucking secondary verse, pre-chorus and chorus. 4 different parts, and they're all awesome.
And the video
Crushes.
with all those hot models, all the hot models are singing it and dancing along. And it's
As long as
really
he doesn't
well
look
done.
at me in the eye when he sings that, I'll go to a concert.
I want him to look me in the eye.
What if he looked you right in the eyes? He sang it.
Got a spell on me.
That would be different. I would have to look away.
I would like to see. I like to see if it's like Joey Diaz's joke. If George Michael could put a spell on me, he pulls
Dude, I'd
out
be
the
texting.
fucking diamond encrusted dick, starts hypnotizing
Seriously
me.
though, dude, if you went to go see George Michael, he's playing an after party, he's playing Dana White's fucking party, whatever, and he starts singing and looking at you directly in the eye, would you kind of like start texting and
Here we go.
I don't know. I might
check
play.
your Facebook?
I might try to do what Joey Diaz would do and blue ball him. I might wink at him.
Again.
For sucking dick in the bathroom?
Something.
He got arrested again lately?
Yeah.
He's losing
in
it.
the toilet bowl to look up at the guys.
That's got to be the only thing that turns him on at this point, right?
Yeah.
That's a secret shit.
He wants to
do it
suck
again.
straight dudes' dicks in toilet bowls.
Oh yeah. Remake the video and make it just straight gay. Just be real. In this next album, I just want to come out real.
perfect. Why? This is perfect.
Make it real.
Because this is his shit. He's good at this.
I'm just surprised my
Why would you wanna
dad's
fix
gaydar did not work as a child because he bought this like CD for my birthday. His gaydar was not on.
Maybe his gaydar was dead on it and he thought that you were gay. He was trying to test you out.
How funny is that? How funny was Kelly Kirsten's joke that she was going to fall for Ricky Martin because she had already fallen for George Michael? Remember
Yeah,
something?
yeah, that was
a funny
great.
joke.
You already
was
got
a
me
great
that
joke.
George Michael shit.
We haven't even got to the good part, man. Here it is, right here. Right here.
Motherfucker.
After this.
I don't like George Michael, but this shit is fucking
This is
decent.
good music. There's no argument. This is good
You
music.
guys are at home saying these fucking guys are out of their minds. Nah, this is the shit that you gotta listen
You know,
to.
dudes that are really into just heavy music, like rural grindcore, death metal, they would never like something like this. I understand that. They're
Keep it playing in the background
Fuck
until it
yeah.
dies. Fuck it. Just give us a little background ambiance. This is a good fucking jam. Yeah, I like some fruity shit, man. I do. I like a lot of fruity shit.
You like Mika?
I like that Billionaire song. I like that Katy Perry song, the California Girls. That's some fruity shit. California.
Oh, I like that
girls
song.
are unforgettable. But the fact that I would like it. That's
Hey, you
not
like pop
something
music.
I like some.
You know,
I don't like a lot.
pop music's good because once it gets in your head, it's good.
That
and
Eminem
it dies
song,
quickly.
that Eminem song with Rihanna, I just like listening to her sing. I just
Yeah, I
like
love
her
her.
parts.
I love her.
His parts are like, it's too much fucking violence.
her
I'm gonna
parts don't
kill
make
you
any
and stab
goddamn
you.
sense. I love it when you lie. Who the fuck loves it when you lie? Everyone hates that shit. I don't get the lyrics.
I don't
Doesn't
care
make any
what
sense.
she's saying. I just love her voice. I just love
Her
listening to
voice is
sing.
awesome. Rihanna is definitely one of my
It's so
favorites.
soulful.
Yeah, I like Rihanna.
Rihanna
And
kicks ass.
there's something, this is a
hot.
terrible thing to say, there's something extra sexy about her, and there's something extra attractive about her that she got her ass kicked by that dude. I don't know why.
I don't know.
There's something about her that, like, she's been through some shit. Now I can understand this girl's pain. This is legit. Okay, this girl's crying. She is crying. A man she loved beat the fuck out of her, and the whole world knows about it. She's allowed to be in pain.
Yeah.
She's allowed to be twisted. She's allowed to cry, and well, that's legit. It's like when Tupac went to jail. He came out better than ever.
Look at Joe
It's the
Rogan on his
same
birthday
thing.
cracking funnies and
It's
shit.
the same thing.
Dropping
It's the same
Tupac
thing.
in this
She can sing
motherfucker.
painful songs better than anybody.
I didn't even know who she was till she got beat up. How sad is that?
I didn't know who she was, or
I
he
did
was.
not
How
know
about
who
that?
Yeah, when I first heard Umbrella before it was huge, I don't even like R&B. When I heard that song, I knew it was gonna be fucking huge. I'm like, that whoever the fuck that is a great song, and then it blew the fuck up. Because basically, you pull the vocals out of Umbrella, that could be a Depeche Mode song. That could be anything. It's alternative music with an R&B chick over it, with a hip hop drum beat. It's fucking perfect.
Music, man. Doesn't even make any sense.
Unfucking believable.
It doesn't make any sense how much impact just a bunch of
It's just a bunch of
sound
frequencies.
and people talking, and
It's your
they've already said
frequency
it.
and the song's frequency. Does it resonate with yours? That's all. It's real simple. It's science.
It's amazing, though. It's amazing that something like that is real. That people don't respect it. I mean, when you get really baked and you start thinking about music, people who don't smoke pot, they don't even know what music sounds like. You don't. There's
You
no
don't.
way
You
do.
really don't. You actually don't.
You're missing like about 30% of it. You're missing some extra layers that you wouldn't even see or hear. Try listening to Seal when you're baked.
Seal?
That song,
I was
Kissed by a Rose.
Yeah, I was a big Seal fan back in the day.
Listen
Some
to
good
that
pop
shit with some headphones on when you're baked. There's like cymbals out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like the sound so well engineered and crafted, it all flows together. That dude was a bad motherfucker. He was a bad motherfucker. That was some other shit that I didn't like admitted to people that I like Seal.
I liked Seal's second album. First two albums were good, man. Crazy was on the first album.
Oh, he was great.
And that second album, man, they had like 6, 7 really good songs on that thing. Quality shit.
I'll tell you what I listened to yesterday. The first album, unbelievable. Sade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Classic.
Oh, the first 2 albums.
Her
And then the
voice
one
is
she did for
insane.
the movie when the guy bought the $1 million. The guy gave that make more than $1 million when she's rolling around the money. What's that song? Gave you love.
I don't remember.
That was a bad motherfucker.
I love chicks.
Oh, me too.
Chicks singing. It's
My
like
favorite-
my favorite shit to listen to.
My favorite chick all time is Sarah McLachlan. She
Oh,
just
yeah.
crushes everybody, man.
She does, but
Smashes.
Sheryl
Elsewhere,
Crow-
forget about
Sheryl Crow has a different element to her.
Yeah, Sheryl
She's
Crow's
got
up
more
there.
to
Two
a
albums with
pain
Sheryl
thing.
Crow, yeah.
The
You ever
Fumbling
heard-
Towards Ecstasy by Sarah McLachlan. Get that motherfucker. The whole
Yeah,
album.
no, it's
The
great.
whole fucking album
Oh,
is
no, and
amazing.
Crimes of Passion by Pat Benatar, the one
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fucking deeper
Fuck
than
yeah.
a
Fuck
motherfucker.
yeah, Pat Benatar is
Deeper than a
fucking rock.
motherfucker, Crimes
yeah.
of Passion. Her husband was fucking killing that guitar on Crimes of Passion.
You know what's a great jam? Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock. That fucking song.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
that song they did again? What is that?
Woke up one night in my
Yeah.
motel.
Yeah, what is it? What is the name of that song? It's her voice in that song. Her voice in that song is so good.
Did you?
love
What
that
about that
song.
fucking chick?
Picture,
The chick
right?
from Missing
Picture,
Persons,
yeah.
man. Remember Terry Bozzio? Remember
Oh,
that?
I went to see him twice, bro. I
Dude,
went to
give
see
me
them
her
at the
voice.
first
Play that.
album.
Play that Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow
Walking
thing.
in L.A.
I just want to hear her
I
part
love
of it.
it.
Everybody knows how much I love
Why
this
you
next
keep going
performer.
live, son?
You may
Always
have
goes
heard, but we're
live.
very, very, very close.
Live to the
Please
first
welcome
ones?
my favorite singer in the whole world, the hot, sexy, talented Sheryl Crow.
I like her way less because of that interview. The introduction, rather.
Yeah. The one who wrote the song,
Who's this
by the
annoying
way,
chick?
and I love very much, Mr. Kid Rock.
Who said that?
It looked like Pamela Anderson. I think.
Oh, that's who it is. Of
Can we
course.
do the,
All right,
the
she
camera
gets-
thing
she
again,
gets a
like you did
slide.
last time, so people can watch? I like how that was a smart thing you did.
His part is cool because I like some country music, and I think this is kind of interesting. But man, when that bitch starts singing, it makes me want to curl up in a fetal position and take a nap. I want to go back to the womb. It just makes me like,
I've been fooling up on Coors Light and Jim Beam Black.
Boo.
And after this show, I'm gonna go do a little more of that. Lord, I wonder if I'll ever change my way.
Man, he sounds like a country rock star.
yeah, for he is. He does a lot of songs like that.
Last album was all country.
Yeah.
Really?
Kid knows a lot about
He's a bad motherfucker.
bad motherfucker. He knows everything. He knows everything. Any genre of music, he'll throw down.
I like his shit, man. I like his country music. But here's what gets you. Come on, Cheryl.
Is this an original song or a cover?
I think it's an original song, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Could be some shit from the 40s. they
Yeah, it's
ripped off.
original.
Is it?
Kid Rock wrote it.
Did he? Really?
I believe so.
Powerful Kid Rock. Here it comes.
Called you last night in the hotel. Everyone knows what they won't tell. But that half-hearted smiles tell me something just ain't right.
Oh, I love her voice.
Waiting on you for a long time. You've been up on heartaches and cheap
We're watching chick singers.
I got a soft spot for Sheryl Crow.
There's a lot of pissed off people out there right now.
What the fuck happened? They're growing tits.
We got to take it back to
the
we need
marijuana is
You know what?
fucking
We
killing
need to
brain cells.
balance it. You need to put the new Slayer just for like 2 bars. It's
That's not a good version of it anyway, man. The
No, it's
best
the live
version is a
version.
studio
you need to
version.
put Angel of Death on really
Hey,
quick.
Her
guys, I gotta
fucking
put
voice
you
is
out
so
of here in a
awesome.
minute. You guys should keep going.
No, we're gonna
We're done.
We're
Oh, it's 4:20.
Yeah,
Powerful.
get out of here.
Best time to end 420.
Yeah.
We're sorry we subjected you to that music, but
We
we,
gotta go out
smoked
with
marijuana and
Angel
it
of
sounded
Death
really
Slayer.
awesome to us. And we thought it would have been a fun thing to do. I still love Sheryl Crow's music.
Sorry
I
about
don't give a
that.
fuck what
All
you
you
say.
Carcass and
But I like
Creator fans.
Nas too, son. And much respect to the Fleshlight.
Fleshlight.com or go to Joe's website and click on Fleshlight for 2 if you get 15% off.
Much respect to Eddie Bravo, Jiu-Jitsu master, music producer. You can catch him, Eddie Bravo, on Twister, at Eddie Bravo.
What?
Much respect to Mad on Twister. What?
What did you say?
Twitter.
Eddie on Twitter. Did I say Twister?
said
On
Twister.
That's his nickname, is the
That's his
Twister.
nickname.
Eddie Bravo on Twitter, and you find him on MySpace. You still rocking MySpace? You
I
hanging in
go there once every 10 days just to peek in. I got friends,
a mess.
so many profiles have been deleted. So my top friends are like dudes I don't even know, and they're like, damn, you got me on your top friends list. That's cool.
I gave up. I
Like, I
gave
don't
up
even
a
know
while
you.
ago. There's certain trends you just feel compelled to follow, and abandoning MySpace, even though it helped me quite a bit. As soon as Jordy Fox left, our pal Jordy, who worked over there, as soon as Jordy left, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Well, I send people that want to listen to my music. My music videos are up there. They're not on Facebook. So if you want to check out my music, myspace.com/thetwister.
Why don't you have a section of your website that's just
We're
dedicated
about
that?
to. We're about to do it. It's about to
drop.
launch. New website's about to drop in about a week or two. We got the new website going up. Meanwhile, it's still going to be 10thplanetjj.com. So it's all good.
You will see Joey Diaz with me this Saturday night at the Canyon Club. We're rocking in the Canyon Club in Agora Hills. If you've never been there, it's an old school rock and roll barn out in the middle of fucking Agora. It's the shit. Ted Nugent's there next week. I'm very disappointed. I'm going to miss Uncle Ted. I would love to watch that. But it's going to be me and Joey, and we're going to be there this Saturday night. So come on down. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. And thanks for tuning into the podcast every week. And thanks for tuning into this one, our extra special Happy Birthday Day podcast. I hope
black.
you enjoyed it.
Happy
Sorry
birthday.
we made you listen
Happy
to Sheryl Crow.
birthday.
But I really like it. All right. Later, bitches.
Later.
See you guys next week. I love you.
Redban.